cats. Happy, evidently, BIPOC Vampire Day. That makes me so happy inside. My players told me, and also it's Bi Visibility Day. So if you know a BIPOC vampire or a bisexual person, give them a hug or a coffee or something, because they deserve it. I, Mo, am very lucky to call myself your dungeon master slash dungeon mother of all cats, chats, and cats this evening, as well as She's, Theys, and Fays. I'm a great mess this evening already. We are here for Candlekeep Mysteries, episode 9 out of 10. This is our second to last episode in this mini series. I have been very lucky so far to have everything go almost perfectly right. Hopefully, tonight is the same. If anybody's affected by the hurricane, I wish you well. Please stay safe out there. I will go ahead and say our show is great, but please consider giving what you can to our other performers and artists here on the channel. It is the month of September, so Twitch eats the cost of subscriptions instead of taking half. If you have a Prime sub, throw that our way. We also utilize both Coffee and Threadless for tips and t-shirts. And as always, with this season coming to an end, please consider putting in a creator app for yourself. There are plenty of stories among our viewers that deserve to be told. And without further ado, I would love to let everybody in my cast introduce themselves. Would you please, as always, give the audience your first name, or whatever name you go by, your pronouns, and something a little fun about your character this week. We'll do something different. Like if you have a brooch that you wear or a spell that you haven't gotten to cast yet because it hasn't come up or something. I don't know. Just give me something fun to get ourselves in character this evening. We'll go ahead. Are you okay with starting, Hype? You good with that?
Yeah, sure. Put me in,
Good.
coach. Hey everybody, I'm Sarah Roberts. I will be playing Tana Graceland Glimspark, our evocation wizard. And gosh, something fun about Tana is that this is actually me getting to play out Tana's early life. I played her into a 1 to 20 campaign previously, which was her after school, and into her later life. And later in life, she ends up accidentally marrying an archfey.
Wow. I love that for her.
They have
That's
twins.
great.
They're great.
Baba Yaga, you're up next. I love your makeup this evening. It looks really good.
Thank you. It's the second to the last, so I wanted to try to vamp it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not vamp, that's the wrong word. Camp it up a little bit. Sorry, camp it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm Baba Yaga. Pronouns are she, they. I am playing Soaring Snack Kodoni and also she, they pronouns. And fun fact, I haven't been able to use it, but I'm now remembering and going to use it. I have magic earrings. Soaring has magic earrings. Uh, there
Ooh.
that summon a pair of little fox face spirits that are mischievous and helpful and like her conscious. So yeah, that's I haven't been able to use it, but I'm gonna remember to. Dang nabbit.
Perfect. And last but not least this evening, Beth.
Hi, my name is Beth. Pronouns they, them. I'm playing P. Sin Love, our peace cleric. Pronouns any, all, gender, hardly newer, corporeal form, all that business. Fun fact about P. Definitely wants to be transformed into a fox to play with Soaring's Foxfae. Actually, the real fun fact. So P has a tattoo, kind of like a cutie mark, very my little centaur, and it's for protection and armor, but it's like super cute hippie, like flowers and very the side of a hippie van. It's very P nature.
Very cool. Give me 2 seconds here.
I
Let
would
me
like to
just.
marry P. Just I would like to marry them and have weird children. Oh gosh, the lineage on that would
Oh,
be awful.
the best and the strangest little strange druid, lovely bizarre jerky eating children, and I'm here
Yes.
for it.
Yep. Oh my god.
Well, I can't help with that. However, I can turn you into a fox.
Wow, amazing. Okay, well, as for Girls Run These Worlds, like I said, I'm Mo Katz. I'm the new CFO of this wonderful, wonderful channel. I'm really enjoying myself. That's it for me this evening, other than being the DM and being in charge. Don't know who let that happen, but we're here. We're having a great time. And I will say for the actual channel itself, we do games pretty much every day of the week. If not every day, every other day. We have a lot going on right now. Our next game is going to be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Waterdeep Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy meets 5e never felt so good, but can we say the same for their patience? I don't know why I chose that. I like the game a lot. That's all I'll say. I'm sure you guys will too. Thank you all as always for supporting every DM on this channel and their wonderful casts of players. And without further ado, I would love to re-enter Candlekeep for this week's second to last brief and mostly accurate recap. I'm going to do a lot of talking. Everybody buckle in. Last week on D&D Mission Impossible, my new favorite term coined by Hype Goblin, our players got to the bottom of both the cult and the tower, just in time to avoid conflict with the cultists themselves after completely breaking what was left of the lever and steering wheel in the tower's cockpit, unknowingly shutting down liftoff before it could even begin. Using the new spellbook found in the study and their wits, plus a few good rolls of the dice, we ventured down to the basement, finding a ring, cutting a wire, in an attempt to foil any remaining plans the cult happened to have, trusting they would be unhappy with their findings upstairs as the party let them go, favoring the room at the end of the hallway. Sometimes the loss of a cherished party member causes us to do dangerous and irresponsible things. Finding no evidence of the cult's competence, we ventured back to Candlekeep itself. Surprisingly loose folks in animal masks in tow, as the janitors of Candlekeep were wrangled under the direction of their leader, Stonky, who was much better with a mop than his head, all while carting the small collection of books that had been stolen away in the tower all the way back to the library. Entering which, you were surprised to be greeted by a solemn Gertrude for once. Clutching a journal laden with lichen and mushrooms and spores spilling from its pages, she's not the same librarian you met entering Candlekeep for the first time. You are now all worthy of hearing her story, carrying out her mission. As a bit of a refresher from last week, you all learned that Gertrude has a sister, a twin, a powerful archdruid of the forest nearby who has been missing in action for more time than not. As Gertrude described, she was called to a life of caretaking of books, while Candace became the hero within them, or at least she used to be. This book that appeared about a month ago describes in little detail a dip of a druid into madness. A new name, a new title, the Lady of Lichen. A cave system lies in wait, the last known place and center of Candace's research. Her dragons lick their wounds at the edge of the forest, your pending wish sitting in the back of your brains. You have all just given Gertrude one final warm embrace in the name of friendship, and you've been given some maps that Candace herself made for the library's records. The plague, the mushrooms, the beasts lie sleeping in the cave you have not yet met. Wait for no one. What is everyone doing, other than Treble, who is currently coloring on her map like an Applebee's children's menu? I will say Treble is currently occupied until we take a bit of a break to get her in here. She's just running a little bit late this evening. But we have Tana, we have Soaring, and we have P. What are you all doing in the library?
Is Gertrude still like right here? We're still like friend hug, release, and stand. Okay.
Yep.
Gertrude, do you know where Myrtle went by any chance? Has she left?
Oh, she didn't leave. She's just been running a little bit of errands, with the giant chasm outside. Things have gotten a little bit crazy around here. She's quite the helpful person. You're really lucky, to be in her presence at all. She has a lot of
I
cards,
agree.
surprisingly. So I'd get on that
Oh,
if I were you.
I mean, I don't doubt it. She's a hell of a woman. Excuse me. Do you have like a bit of water or something like or a gardener who I could talk to?
You know, I do procure a lot of my own ingredients. So if you head out back, I don't have a lot, but I do have a small herb garden. Are you looking for like a watering can? Is that what you're asking for?
Yeah, and Soren's gonna pull out the pot of awakening, and which has the packet of seeds like inside of it, like resting on the bottom, not planted. To be like, yeah, I need some soil, I guess, and I don't know. I know it's I know about plants, but the plants that try to eat you, not so much the plants that don't. So yeah, I was gonna try to do something with this.
Sure, absolutely there, but you're gonna go out back, and I actually have a fresh pot of fertilizer back there. You're more than welcome to take a few scoops from the top. And the watering can's actually, where did I leave that thing? And you see Gertrude actually goes out the front door, and you can see the shadow going across the large bay windows on the side of the library as she races to the back, grabs what you assume is a watering can, and she kind of walks back a little bit slower than she ran back there in the first place, and she bursts through the front door, a little bit out of breath, and she hands you not a watering can, but like a watering pail. One of the edges is a little bit triangular so that it spews out cleanly
Yeah.
on one side. Um, so yeah, she just puts it on the table in front of you.
You are a peach. And I hope that G does take a little nibble if that's something that y'all are into. Anyway, I'm gonna go out back and deal with the fertilizer and all this. So yeah, Soren's gonna go plant the seeds and like I would sing a song. The first one that came to mind is not an appropriate song. um, but so like whistle a little song as she's working.
Okay, perfect. You are tending to your pot of awakening. P and Tana, what are you guys doing?
Tana's gonna go searching for some recipes for
For some
mom.
recipes? Okay. Yeah, for the first time, you have a moment to actually go and look at the like cookbook section. It is not as vast as you would expect it to be. Usually adventurers bring like adventuring books or books that they can afford to lose. A lot of people with cherished family recipes don't like to give those up usually, especially if they are award winning, but there are a couple of like homemade bindings that stick out to you, that you'd be used to. But as far as the rest of them, they are like commercial style. Um, a lot of people would have them, but the oldness, the age of a lot of the books is apparent to you. You definitely know how to read a binding and to recognize if a book has been kind of broken in the binding from being enjoyed. Um, there are recipes on desserts. There are recipes on what kind of stuff are you looking for? Are you looking for magical recipes or just
Um, Potentially. Her
Mhm.
mother doesn't use magic. But her
Okay.
mother is a prolific and well-known baker and owns her own bakery. So she's just one of those people that has everything that they could need to do with their job, but it's also what they love to do. So Tana's just desperately trying to find the one thing in their hobby that they don't have.
Okay. Yeah, you stumble upon looking at the baking section. There is an entire shelf from it's not a plane of bakeries perchance, but a lot of the folks that come from this plane um, consider themselves to be well risen. It's a lot of kitchen clerics. I it's a pun. It's
I
not a
love
very
it.
good pun,
I
but
love it.
I prepared this session one. My age is showing in this 10 episode series. Man, yeah, there is an entire book that you have never seen of cupcakes and like wedding cakes, but wedding cakes that can be easily manipulated into like something for Sunday brunch. You've got finger sandwiches that seem to be pretty popular. A lot of small crowd favorites and a lot of casseroles. Um, but they seem to be as like homemade and unique as you're gonna get on this shelf without having much time to look. Um, if you want to roll me a d20, I can tell you like a specific recipe that you find.
I would love to do that.
Oh, let me do
That's a
this.
13.
Oh no. Okay. So I'm gonna have to. Perfect. Sorry, I just got a message from production. Okay. Saw the message. We're good. Shoot. Okay. So here's what's happening. You said a 15 or a 13, Tana?
13.
Okay. You find a recipe for Fizbin's falafels.
Oh gosh.
They're surprisingly colorful, yet so dull looking at the same time. Like it's not a dull recipe, but it looks pretty generic, minus all of the um descriptive words on the page and the decorations on the page itself that are kind of accentuating the words as they're bullet pointed down the page with all of the ingredients that you'll need for said falafel. Um, this isn't a picture book, so you're kind of reading the words and trying to imagine it. And it does sound like these would have some sort of a magical effect, but the bottom of the page is ripped off. So you don't see the bottom part, but you see all of the ingredients and you see the cooking time and you see what order in which to put the ingredients in the bowl. But the actual effect of the falafel is left to the imagination unless you're daring enough to make them.
Oh yeah,
Um,
she is. She's gonna take that to the kitchen area.
Okay, cool. Tana's experimenting in the kitchen a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. P, what the heck are you doing, buddy?
So P definitely took a nice long nap after the last journey. Indulged quite a bit in some of their favorite snacks, as P is known to do. Um, Over the course of staying at the library and being offered these life-changing lemonades, P developed a love for cooking. So not only did they find that it was beneficial because it was a form of being able to heal people through food, and food is delicious and healing is what we're all about. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also a really great meditative kind of situation. So P would have been exploring, looking different recipes, cooking in the kitchen, probably bumping into Tana like, oh hey, just kind of trying to be more in touch with the deepest aspects of peace.
Okay. So you are joining Tana in the kitchen then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Cool. Tana, I will say you have all but a couple ingredients for this. Um, and just looking at them, these falafel do require a couple of species of mushrooms that you would assume you can find in the forest.
Ooh. P? Hey, um, I wanna make this. But I need to go into the forest.
Would you like me to come with you? I'd be happy to.
Uh-huh.
That sounds lovely. Let's go.
Okay.
Shoot.
Hannah's just babbling as they walk, talking about the recipe and her theories on what it may do.
And P is like super like genuinely interested and like involved and like nodding like, oh no, really? Please keep going.
Great. I apologize. I do not have enough screens to do my own screen share. So let me play around with this a teeny bit. I'm gonna cancel this for a second. Because I can't have you seeing my notes. Thankfully,
Oh no, we wouldn't want that.
you already know there are wyverns. Everything's fine. Cool. Let me do this. Perfect. Great. I'm gonna have to put all of my notes and the pictures and everything on one screen. This is gonna be hilarious. All right. I need this to be separate. This is great. I'm so sorry. Everybody bear with me for a moment. Okay, well, I guess that's how that's gonna be. And that's gonna be there. Okay. Welp. Cool. And we lost Soaring, I believe. Everything's fine. Cool. You guys are in the kitchen area. Let me put in. I was about to do. You need. You need this. You need fizzy fuzz mushrooms. And you also need Dotty dairy mushrooms. Perfect. All right. Those are what you're looking for. Okay? Great. Let me do this.
Is it dairy, like dairy cow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure is.
I love it.
Yep.
So, Pete, there are some magical
There we go.
mixtures and batters that some can make you taller, some can make you smaller, some will turn you purple, some will turn you actually inside out for about 35 minutes, and then you go back to normal. It doesn't hurt anything. It's just like a weird illusion thing, but it's very, very weirdly accurate. Some can even just make you just snort rainbows out your nose like you're just dripping rainbow boogers for an hour.
That sounds like it could be useful occasionally with the right crowd.
I used it on my dad once. It didn't go over very well.
All right. Great. We might just not have a map this evening because I realized I can't do that because then I'm going to ruin the adventure for you. I have like hidden baddies on the map that you guys should not be able to see, but you can see the outline of them. You know what I mean? Um, okay, great. So soaring is gone. Let's go ahead. I can't do that. Well, my world is falling apart. This is great. We're gonna go ahead and do this because I can't really introduce the next thing without soaring, but I'm gonna have to. Okay, you guys are in the kitchen. Um, Gertrude has left the diary slash journal on her desk, open to the last page that you guys were looking at. You guys got all the way to the end, but you skimmed it. If anybody wants to actually look at the rest of the pages and do like a more deep dive into it, since you know that you have to go into the forest anyway, Tana, to get the recipe ingredients that you need, you're more than welcome. You can see by the map that there is an entire room in this cave that looks to be dedicated to mushrooms, to lichen, almost like a garden sanctuary of sorts. But that's one of the only rooms that's been decorated on the map. One of the only rooms that Trouble has been able to color in. All of her mushrooms are very pretty rainbow colors. That's what drew your attention to it. Great. All right. So that's what we're working with. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Perfect. All right. Well, with Sarah, I'm not sure when she's gonna be back. Do you guys are you doing anything before you head out? Either of you, wizard, the cleric. You guys have had the effects of a long rest thanks to Ginny, so that's good. Um, But if you guys have any spells that need to be cast as rituals, if you're looking for anything on your person, Ginny is available for you to purchase things if you have any gold. Gertrude did just give you gold. So everything has a price.
See, I still have my potion of healing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm good. What ritual spells does Dana have right now? Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right. P, are you doing okay over there, buddy?
Yeah, I think P has everything that they need.
Okay, perfect. Um, Well, man, I'm like, I don't have anything else to do in the library. I'm so sorry. I didn't really plan for this. Um,
Early break?
I guess
Just take a
I
5?
guess early break. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I wish I had another like I don't even have any like there's nothing left. I've already been stalling for 20 minutes.
All right. Yeah, let's do it.
Great. Cool. Production, are we good to go for 10 minutes? Anybody in chat who wants to stick around and watch the 10 minutes of ads so we can pay the Bezos tax? You guys don't have ads during the stream if you're not subbed to us. Please feel free to stick around. It makes it easier and a better viewing experience for everyone. And our ads are cute because our Directors Council makes pretty ads. So, couldn't really. There we go. Perfect. Great. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to let production take us out in just a second. But thank you all for bearing with us this evening. The hurricane has been real fun. We'll see you in about 10, 12 minutes or so, okay? Hello and welcome back to Candlekeep Mysteries, everybody. Sorry about that early break that we took this morning. Hurricanes just mean technical issues, and thank you all for being here regardless, including my players. Thank you all for being here. Perfect. We started off this episode. We're back in the library. We gave Gertrude a big warm hug. We found a falafel recipe. That is where Tana and P are currently messing with in the kitchen area. They need a couple of mushroom ingredients from the forest. Convenient enough, there's a forest right nearby that you guys might need to go visit. Treble, I had you paint painting and coloring on that like Applebee's style situation. You conveniently colored in the mushrooms. That's what I showed Tana that might be a good place to look for some. And Soaring is currently out back. So Treble, if you want to tell me what you are doing other than coloring, if you'd like to, that would be a good way to come back from break, I think.
So, while I'm coloring my lovely masterpiece, that is my kids menu from Applebee's. Um, I feel like I'm gonna wander myself into the bathroom area
Okay.
because there is a ship afoot, and Trouble's trying to figure out what's up, what's going on with home baby Myrtle and Soaring.
Perfect.
Before
All
we go
right.
on this trip,
Wow.
I'm trying to touch base.
Trying to touch base. Funny enough, Myrtle is not in here. Gertrude said, and you wouldn't know this, you weren't on the stream yet. Myrtle is out running a couple of library esque errands, so you wouldn't know that. But as you go into the bathroom trouble, you realize there's nobody in here except for yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, of course, being trouble. I'm gonna be like, hello, hello, is there anybody here? Myrtle, hello, I came to visit. I brought crayons for us to color. Bonding time. I'm gonna realize no one's there. I'm gonna be like, oh, I guess she's somewhere else taking a little break. Um, okay. Uh, let me go see what. Who else can I bother? Let's see. All right, I guess I'll go. Oh, maybe I'll go. And then I'm gonna start like walking around. I'm gonna head back towards Gertrude's desk, trying to like keep an eye out for anybody that I can kind of bother and be like, hey, so like what you up to? How's life? How are things? How are things with you?
If you're looking for some hot goss, the journal slash diary is wide open on Gertrude's desk. She like left it over here.
oh, is this the for her sister?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna be what Trouble does best and be nosy.
Perfect.
And just look and be like, let me see what Gertrude says. Her name is Candace, right?
Candace.
Candace. I'll be like, let me see what Auntie Candace is doing. What's she doing? Let me see what she at.
Great. Perfect. Everybody give me 10 seconds to refresh. Somebody say something, please. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna be like, let's see what the tea is with Miss Candace. Let's see what she got. What she got going on? I'll be like, she got a man's up in here. Does she have a man's up in here? Let me see.
Looking scanning through like for like a date or like a guy's name or anybody's name.
Anybody's
You
name.
don't
Be like, is
know.
there anybody else's name in this diary? Like she had a love interest. Trouble is all about the romance. Romance is in the air. Trouble got some extra patches or she could put some new ship names on. It's you know, I was trying to let Myrtle know what the new ship name is, but I'll just have to wait till I see her again. Um, and then I could just reveal what that is. But I'm just flipping, as I'm flipping, I'm like, snacking on a cookie. Cause snacks. You gotta have some snacks up in here. So I'm gonna be snacking while I'm trying to sit here and read and see, what's up in here. Did she have a man's, a person's that was dear to her, somebody who could probably help us, if we need to figure out, if we need to ask somebody some questions about her, where she at, where they think she could be at. That's some useful information to me. If she got a boo thing, that would be the first person I would ask, like, hey, where's Candace? Boo thing, where's she at?
Are you looking through the book right now, JJ?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You would assume that if Candace had a lover or even a companion, it would be somewhere in the book. You realize very quickly as you sift through the pages in a little bit more of a painstaking, slow, steady manner than you did before when you were just flipping through the pages with Gertrude because you were trying to give her a little bit more attention than the pages you were looking at. Candace was very much a loner. Candace is an introvert. Candace was very concerned with the well being of others, but didn't necessarily want to be around others. Um, kind of keeping everything on the inside, um, doing good in a selfless way until the end when she kind of drops off and becomes almost mindless. You can tell Gertrude is the twin that got the extrovert, outwardly helpful characteristics of the two of them. And Candace does definitely not have any kind of a companion other than the mushroom company that she keeps.
Oh, I'm gonna stop like my mid cookie eating, like cookie in the air by my mouth, like, no, she was lonely.
Yep.
Oh,
If you are if you're looking in there though, you get the name Xanthoria towards the end, which is the name that Candace has given herself. But you realize the name that she has given herself does have more of a meaning than Gertrude maybe let on. You realize Gertrude may have not even read the book in its entirety. As you realize, you read between the lines a little bit as you get back to the end of the diary, and you see that at some point, Xanthoria's research became more geared towards creating a ward against death itself. She realized that she could gain more power from herself if she were a lich.
mm, lonely queen. Okay. Um. Oh, I mean, I get it. She didn't have anybody there with her, so them invasive thoughts was just running through her little head, and they just got the better of her. Oh my God. Okay. Well. Ooh. Okay.
Yep.
Mm. And then I'm gonna take my little coloring book with the little color purple and just draw a picture of what is like what I think is great art, but is really like a stick figure. And then right above it, Lonely Queen. Put it on there. That way we know who she is.
Perfect. As you're doing that and just kind of flipping through the last couple pages of the diary, there aren't any more words as you get to the end past her signature, Xanthoria. That is the last word that is in the diary. The end of the book records instead several failed attempts by Candace almost to extend her life in like diagram form. Um, the process of becoming a lich. There are drawings of dissected animals, humanoids, alongside musings of the visibility of experimenting on fey creatures. You can tell by the elven pointed ears of some individuals. Um, she was a surprisingly good artist, but her penmanship towards the end was not too great. However, you can see there are no more letters, there are no more signatures, there are no more words, but there is a number on the last page. It is 222.
222. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna jot that down on my paper and circle it with a question mark next to it. Be like, does that does that unlock something? Could that be, some sort of passcode?
Safe
know.
combination.
Right? Is that a safe combination? Is there something I can steal? Oh my god, what if she has a mushroom safe?
I didn't have one, but I have one now. Sure do. Uh, great. Perfect. Also, just to be sure, Beth, can you hear me? Yep, perfect. Great. I never asked. I figured with, you not giving me another message you could. Great. All right. Well, um, Soaring, are you done with your pot?
Oh yeah, yeah. And I guess I would just like leave it up at the front desk for right now since
Okay.
she's not here.
No, that's fine. I will say the pail of water has like just enough in it for you to water the whole plant. The bucket's not going anywhere if you want to leave both the plant and the bucket up at the front desk, like behind the librarian's chair or something. It'll be safe for you when you get back. Do you want to leave it here while you go?
Yeah, yeah. And then
Okay.
yeah, I forgot that she brought the bucket, so I would definitely make sure to bring the bucket back, and put it wherever I got like.
You're good. I've gotcha. Perfect. So, you guys all have your maps. Gertrude is nowhere to be found. She has kind of receded into the dark back of the library, past the restricted section, kind of where all of the not books that are important, but they do have artifacts here at the library as well. It's almost like she's going back there. She might have stuff from her sister that she's reminiscing on. She just really kind of gave you guys a pretty large trauma dump about herself. She clearly trusts you a lot. Are you guys all headed to the cave system? I did ask before, JJ Treble, if your character wants to do anything before you guys head out. You do have plenty of time to do so. You weren't exactly given a time limit for this, so if you have any ritual casting situations or you have anything with like a feat that you'd like to do, now would be the time to tell me.
Um, no, I think Trouble's good. I think Trouble was probably just gonna type or not type, but just gonna scribble a little note to Gertrude, just saying like, "Dear Gertrude, Trouble was here. Cookies were awesome. Going to cave system. Love, your biggest fan."
Your
And then
biggest fan.
scribble that out and be like second biggest fan because then she remembers Jenny.
You know that Jenny would appreciate the sentiment. Uh, Great. So, as I was describing a little bit earlier while you guys were on break, I will describe this again for Trouble and for the audience. The cave system maps that you guys were given by Gertrude from Candace to the library pretty accurately describe a way to get to the forest from the library. It's a pretty straight shot. Unfortunately, you guys now have a large chasm running all the way from the library to the tower in the distance that you guys left behind. The straight shot to this is through the courtyard, past the tower, and into the woods. But now that there's a giant chasm involved, you guys will have to cross the chasm in order to get to the woods. So, as we are continuing forward here, let me pull out my map. You guys end up here at the ravine. So, we've got the four of you on this side of the ravine. There's kind of a makeshift bridge. You see some folks. The forest is good for a lot of things. That's where people who make medicine in Candlekeep get their ingredients. A lot of folks have um, like probably larger, I would say larger scale things than Gertrude has the small garden in the back of herbs, probably on the edge of the forest. Other folks have farms. Wells would be located around the edges of the forest. Um, it's necessary to have a way across it. So, it is a very large chasm. You guys are. You can see the forest in the distance. Are you guys going to go across the bridge? The bridge looks pretty sound. It has been built in the last day or so. It looks fresh, not like rotting out from the sides or anything. It does not have a railing, however, so if anybody wants to get across any other particular way, um, it's about your movement speed, about 30 feet at its like least width, least thick point. So getting across it would be a little bit hard without the bridge, but you can certainly try.
Oh, I'll. Soren's gotta try. I think. Oh God, I could be making a horrible mistake. What's my skills? Eh, I'll try.
All right. What are you doing specifically? Are you like jumping?
Soren is going to use the ring of telekinesis to summon little skritter critters to march her like the things across the bridge, holding me like a thing of ants carrying me, but they're cat spiders.
Okay. So the range of this ring is like
Oh,
120 feet, so you don't get a response. You
fine.
can control other things with it. You just know that those are part of the things that are included in the grasp. They are one of the few somewhat living items that you would be able to control with this ring. It's usually meant for the inanimate.
Well, in that case, can I use it to try to stabilize the bridge as everybody walks across?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Are you putting your stability on this side of the bridge or on the other side of the bridge or both? Are you kind of stacking up from both sides if you can?
Yeah, I want to try to I want to try to get as much as the bridge as possible. Especially when P's going across, cuz that is scary.
You want to
I've done mountain sorry. I've done actual like horseback riding stuff up in the mountains having to do a bridge like this, and that's not fun.
Fair enough. All right, perfect. So, as you're doing that, I will increase the hit points of the bridge accordingly. You can go ahead and say that was a success. That's pretty easy for you to do. The rocks look stable enough. They don't look like, easily crumbleable or anything like that. So I will say, Soren, where are you when you do this? Are you like over here ish? Because you
Yeah,
need to be
like
like,
I'd be right on the edge of the cliff as close as I feel like safe. So like even like not on like any out not on any outcropping, but as close to the edge as I can.
okay, great, awesome. Does anybody else want to move? Everybody's moving. Great, perfect. Thank you, Tana. That's Treble. P, do you need moved? Do you got your token? Everybody figured out their stuff.
I lost Owl Bear.
Oh, okay. I can repost the link. That's not a problem. Here we go.
Soaring, it's safe, right?
Yeah, I mean, the other thing that we could do is we could tie ropes around each other and then as go across. But I would not suggest that the smallest one go first if that's the case, because then if somebody else fell, then you'd get it. Uh, uh. So yeah, I mean, shoot.
I mean, I
P,
could
do
just
you want to?
teleport people across it.
Oh, yeah. I've, yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
you
if
should
you think it's
teleport
not
P.
safe, in which case, I mean, I could
Oh
save
no,
the
I
spell
mean,
slots, but I could definitely get everyone across if they don't want to cross it
I
on foot.
I feel like it's safe. I don't have a problem doing it. I don't think unless like a big old windstorm comes up all of a sudden. And if that's the case, then I'm sure that we could do some. Oh, there she goes.
I also have feather fall prep, so in case anyone falls off, I can use that.
As they're talking, I'm just walking the bridge.
I'll try.
Adorable.
Um,
Oh dear. Oh.
Tana just braces to cast feather fall. Should anything happen
Oh,
to
no.
JJ?
Perfect. Tana, you can see clearly from the other side of the bridge, Treble. Soaring, you're a little bit preoccupied. P, if you're looking over here, great. You guys see from out of the rocks, from over the small hillside leading into the forest, emerge the three wyverns that I believe almost all of you have seen at this point.
Ow.
Oh
The three that you
shit.
see are three different colors. We have blue, we have yellow, and we have red. Those of you who have fought these before, and I will just say that your colleagues would know too, the blue one, I'll mark them so you guys can tell because you guys would know.
How far
We've
across
got
is this bridge?
I had it to scale. So like the bridge is about
I'll
40
throw
feet.
you.
We've got a wyvern with lightning breath, one with ice, and one with fire. So you guys would know that already. I marked them accordingly because you guys would be able to tell very easily by the color of their scales. I need everybody to roll initiative.
You see Treble walking back. I'm good.
Never mind. Never
Never
mind.
mind.
As soon as Treble starts walking backwards, I would like for Tana to vortex warp Treble right back across the bridge.
Just like right there.
Amazing.
It's the yoink. Get back here.
Yep. All right. So I've got a 9 for P, a 10 for Tana.
Yeah.
Treble, what'd you get?
I got a 16, an 8 plus 8, 16.
Great. And soaring?
A 5. I rolled a 2.
Oh, dearest me. All right. Well,
Well, I did
Treble.
fight the wyverns for hours, so I like, oh my god, no, it's them
Yeah,
again.
you're great. Treble, you conveniently are the first person to be at least mostly or all the way across the bridge. You are the first in initiative, buddy. What would you like to do?
um, let's see. Let me look at my character sheet really quick. So, I would say that the first thing I'm gonna do is I have a new. I'm looking at all my cool new things.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably use Clash Bolt.
Clash bolt. Okay.
Yeah, let me see. That's on because I have an aberrant dragon mark.
Yeah.
So I can use or Chaos Bolt. Sorry, Chaos Bolt is
Okay.
what it's called. And I'm gonna aim that. I think I can only aim it at. Let me see. At one creature in range, and I think the range is 120 feet. Are they
Oh,
in that?
yeah. You're good. You can aim it at any one of them. And you're
Okay.
far enough away that you're not a disadvantage to a ranged.
Okay, so yeah, I would do that then towards the blue one because I think
Towards
the
the
blue
blue one?
one's it's
Okay.
closer.
Perfect.
Why not?
Um,
Let's try it. I just roll a d20 for that, right? See if it hits.
it's a roll to hit, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you add anything to that? Do you have a modifier?
Let's see. 2d8 damage
On
if
a
I
hit.
hit. Yeah, on a hit.
Cool. All right.
You roll. Yep.
Go ahead and roll to hit for me.
Cool. Let's see. It's a 9.
A 9 hits.
Oh, that's it, really? Let's
It
go.
hits.
Let's go. Okay, so then I need to roll. Let's see. 2d8. So that would be this one. Yep. Okay. I know my dice, guys. Okay, come on.
Amazing.
It's an 11.
11 damage. Great.
Yeah, and it can be like I think it's there's a whole bunch of damage that it could be.
All
Let me
right.
see.
Perfect.
Do I have to roll what type?
I think you get to choose, right?
I think so.
No? Oh,
Or
you
do I
roll,
roll?
you roll
Do
for
I
it.
roll a d8 and then that determines the damage?
Yeah.
You
sure
pick
does.
one of the d8s that's rolled, and that determines because like when you upcast it, you get multiple d8s. So that's the part that you pick.
Gotcha.
I have the spell as well.
Hey, nice.
Why would we have chaos spells?
Crazy. Funny. Awesome. What kind of damage was that?
Fire. Surprisingly.
Great. All right.
The
Perfect.
odds.
Yeah, honestly. All right, and we'll do perfect. All right. Next up is going to be the wyvern that you hit. Great.
Hi,
Uh,
friend.
yeah, so this thing, the white ring is going to signify that they take off. It is going to use its movement to be 30 feet in the air. Um, and staying put where it is, it's pretty comfortable right above the hillside. But it is going to go ahead and attack you, Treble, shockingly enough, because you just decided to go after it. It is going to reach down at you with its stinger. So here we go with this. It kind of lunges at you. Does a does a 13 hit?
It does not.
Great. Perfect. Well, then it's going to go ahead and try and bite you while it is swerving down at your body. Ooh, that's a 26. Does a
That
26 hit?
yeah, that does.
Perfect. It's not a whole lot of damage. It's only 11 points of damage. Um, but that is cold damage. Perfect. All right, that one's done. Next up is the yellow one. The yellow one is also going to take flight and come over here to you, Treble. It is going to do the same thing. Here it comes with its stinger. That's a nat 20. And then it's going to do 12 points of lightning damage with its stinger. And with its bite, does an 18 hit.
Yes, sorry. Yes, it does.
You're good. That is only 7 points of damage for the bite.
7.
I did not roll very well. So that is going to be 14. So go ahead. What was my first one? Well, I forget what I told you for the first time. So was what 11 and 7? So 18 times 2, what is that? 36? 36 points of damage total because that was a nat 20, so I doubled it. All right, great. That is that one's turn. Next up is going to be Tana. P, you're on deck.
Uh, Treble, do you want to come back over here?
Yeah, I'm scared.
Okay, vortex warp. Just fail this. Tana is going to vortex warp Treble, so she is back between Tana and P.
Okay,
And
perfect.
that'll be my turn.
Great. See. Oh, how'd you get? There we go. I was like, that's perfect. Now you're the right size. Sorry, that
I made it
skews
too big.
the.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It skews your movement, so it either puts you at an advantage or disadvantage. I'm just trying to keep everybody the same. Great. All right. Perfect. So Tana, that's your whole turn.
Yep, that's it.
All right, P, you're up. Soaring, you're on deck.
P is very relieved that Treble is right over here because it makes it much easier. So P is going to be like, "Are you okay?" and cast Cure Wounds on Treble, which is going to be 10 healing points.
10 points of healing. Good. Is that all you're doing with your turn? Or are you staying put?
Yes.
All right. Soaring, what's up?
Soren has had it with these little dragon things because fought them before, they just won't stop. So I'm gonna use my meta magic point thingies, all of them, to twin Tasha's mind whip on the first two, blue and yellow.
Okay.
So this is going to be the roll for, we'll do yellow because that's there. Shit, what did it didn't give me anything. I I'm so sorry. There it is. No, that's a 10.
A 10? All right.
Wait,
Yeah.
no. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's an intelligence save of 19 and that's 10
Oop.
damage.
Did we
It's a
lose
new
Bobby Yaga?
spell.
No, we're
Oh,
good.
am I
Oop.
there?
Yeah. You said it. What to hit?
Sorry, a 19 intelligence saving throw.
Oh, okay.
This is my new spell, so I don't know what I'm doing.
You're all good. This thing could not make it even if it wanted to.
Cool. So yeah, 10 for the first one and normal row 18 for the second one. So 10 for yellow and 18 for blue. I feel like Rita from Rita Repulsive from Power Rangers.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
And I'm gonna move up um over the bridge because I have the extra movement from Rangerness. So I have just enough, I think, to get across.
Perfect. All right. Yep, you are officially on the other side. Fabulous. That is going to be Wyvern number 3. Mr. Red is going to come over, and he is going to blow fire at you, Soaring. How convenient that you're right here. You know what I mean? Perfect. That is. Wow! It's only a 14 to hit with the bite. Let me see what the stinger is. Does a 14 hit you, Soaring? I don't think it does.
Nope, nope, nope.
Yep. that's a 21 to hit with the stinger though. Perfect.
Yep, definitely.
All right, and that is 21 points of fire damage for that one. Great. All right. That brings us to the lair action. I need somebody to roll me a d20. Somebody, anybody. Not don't add anything to it, just roll me one, please.
Go.
What is it, Trouble?
I said not me. Somebody
Not
else
you?
roll. Not
Oh,
me.
I thought
Somebody
you
else
did it.
roll. No.
I thought you rolled and you thought it was bad. If you guys want me to roll, I can roll.
I got it.
Sorry. Okay.
Sorry, I was writing my next move down in my book. 13?
Oh, no, that's good. A 13?
Yep.
Great. All right. Great. Wonderful. All right. You guys are good, and that guy is done. All right. Back to the top of initiative with Treble.
All right. So, let me see. What is my? How far away are they now from
About
those of us
40
on the
feet.
other side?
It's about a 40-foot bridge.
40 foot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that then I would take a shot. Yeah, because they're in range. So I would just take a shot with my short bow
Okay.
to the blue one.
To the blue one? All right.
Yep. That's gonna be my best friend.
Great.
For this battle. 14.
14 does not hit.
Rude.
Really?
Okay, so then I will then go ahead and yeah, I already used that one, so I will just stay put then.
Okay. That is going to be the blue and yellow's turn. They are going to go on either side of the bridge, and we are going to attempt to knock it down. So let's see here. I will just say how many HP this thing loses. Great. It is just a wooden bridge. It's not super crazy sturdy, but it is sturdy enough. You see from this end, it looks like it is still able to support two people, but it is cracking and splintering along the supports. Um, Pretty much the only reason why both sides are still standing is because of the extra oomph Soaring gave it earlier. So, good job, Soaring. All right. Perfect. That is their turn. They are going to stay put where they're at. They are both flying. In fact, they're going to move a little bit further over the chasm itself. Perfect. Tana.
Okay. Targeting is the blue one lightning damage?
Blue one is ice.
Ice damage. Okay, we'll target that one. I would like to drop a fireball on it, and I'm gonna overchannel that. I will need a dex save.
All right. Great. That's an 18.
Let me. Where'd my?
I know you guys are pretty
So it's
high
gonna
level.
take. Yeah, it's gonna take 30 points fire damage.
Dang. All right. Well, let's do this. Great. You doing anything else?
That's my turn.
All right, you hit this thing hard at 30 damage in one go. Good for you. All right, we're going to go ahead and move to P.
Okay, so P is first going to cast Aura of Purity, which is hopefully going to protect. I know the ones on this side of the bridge, unfortunately, for now. And then also wants to, as a bonus action, cast Healing Word on Soaring for that little sting. So.
Well, we have the temp HP, so
Oh, that's
I'm
true.
good.
Okay,
I, s-
never mind then. So
I
no
s-
bonus action then, but Aura Purity. And I will paste that in the chat for everyone to see where it protects.
Can you put that in Discord so we don't lose it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, perfect. P, how many feet out from you is that?
That is 30 feet from me.
And it's just like a big circle.
Yes. 30-foot radius.
Okay. It's not my best circle, but it'll do.
You got to do it like SpongeBob. Just draw the whole face and then erase all the details. Gets it every time.
Amazing. All right, perfect. Well, that's your circle. All right, and we are going to Soaring.
Yep. I'm trying to find. There it is. Okay. So, what's this little fire boy doing?
Fireboy's just kind of hanging out.
Is he on the ground or?
He is still on the ground, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to her, and I don't know her, but I'm going to tides of chaos and then inflict wounds.
Okay.
So I'm gonna reach out and touch them, and now I have the song stuck in my head.
Great.
So yeah, so that gives me advantage. If I could find the thing, there it is. Advantage on the roll. Oh, yeah, 30
30 to hit? Sure does.
and 42 damage, necrotic damage.
Cool. 42. Great. All right, perfect. Is that all you're doing?
Cool, cool. Yeah. Yep.
Great. Yep, that dragon's staying put. And as you do that, this dragon is going to emerge from the chasm. Soaring, you're the first one to see this thing. It is black and green and absolutely foaming at the mouth with the same kind of spores that were coming from the book that you had in the library from Candace. This thing is going to come over at you, and its stinger is about twice the size as all of the other ones. It is the same size dragon, but unfortunately, its tail is very thick. So it is going to come at you with its stinger first. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yep.
All right, that is 18 points of necrotic damage. And it is also going to attempt to not bite you, but do its claw attack. And that is. Ooh, man. Great. That's a nat 20. Again, that's my second one of the night. All right. That's going to be for the claws. A. 34 points of necrotic damage.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
This thing
Okay.
is angry, and this one is also staying on the ground. All right. The red one is going to come at you with its stinger situation. Wow, I rolled way too many dice. That's only an 18 to hit. All right.
Sorry.
No, you're good. And that is only 12 points of fire damage. All right. So you guys see this same size, different color dragon oozing with spores and necrotic energy emerge from the bottom of the trench, and the fire dragon piggybacks on its relentless attacks towards Soaring, as she is the only one on this side of the bridge. Perfect. That is going to be the end of its turn. I need somebody to roll me a d20 again.
Got you. $15.
15? Oh, boy. All right, great. Okay, and we are back at the top of initiative. Trouble.
Oh, okay. Um, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just shoot the bow again, right at that bad boy right there.
The blue one?
The blue one, yeah. My
Okay.
best friend. That's my buddy.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 3.
It's a 3. Unfortunately, buddy, that does not hit. I'm so
That's
sorry.
a 3. What's do I have a bonus action?
I don't know. Do you have a bonus action that's not an attack? You can move for
I
free.
don't think so, yeah. Okay.
It's the wheezing for me.
Like the absolute just oh god. Okay. I'm gonna, I feel like I'm just gonna stay put and I'm just gonna kind of I feel like Trouble is now like, oh my god, I've just missed 2 important shots against this thing. It's gonna think it's better than me. It's not better than me. What is going on? I'm just gonna like kneel, like just with one knee on the floor and just kind of do like the thinkers, like, what is going on?
Great. Yellow one is going to go ahead and do like a drive-by slash at your wizard, at Tana. Tana, does a 19 hit you?
It does.
Okay. That is 17 points of lightning damage on the first hit. And as it comes back around, it is going to slash at you with its claws. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Okay.
You're
And
only
that-
looking to beat a 12.
And that is. I rolled pretty well for that one. Oh, that's only 14 points of lightning damage for that. And he circles back around, back over the chasm. Great. That is that guy's turn. The blue one, however, is going to lash at the bridge. Again, let's roll for that. Perfect. Okay, so you guys see as the bridge on this side detaches from the side of the mountain. Let's go ahead and do this. This is one of these situations, kind of like a do not cross. It's kind of crumbling on this side, crumbling on that side. Great. All right. That'll do it for that. You guys probably can't see that like super well, so highlight it with some white. Great. I'm a wonderful artist, can't you tell? Great. Tana, you're up, buddy. The bridge is kind of at an angle as the one end has detached, so you could probably still use it as a jumping off point, but it probably doesn't make that good of a vantage point to get across anymore. Just because you're like the smart one of the group, you would know that because you also have a little bit of infrastructure knowledge because of your newfound love of schematics.
I know that, but I want to do something really dumb.
Great, do it.
Soaring, would you like to come back in a really dumb way?
I mean, dumb like the spell where we switch places? Because I
No.
don't. Okay, then yeah, sure.
This is going to be even funnier. Tana's going to run across the bridge to Soaring, grab Soaring by the hand, and then thunderstep back across the bridge. And I would like to and I would like
Okay. If
far
you
is
do
that?
this, Tana, you taking attacks of opportunity from both dragons that are on the ground within 5 feet of Soaring.
Even though it's a teleportation spell?
Will you end up in front of them solid at any time?
Yes, but an opportunity attack is triggered when I leave their space, but I'm leaving their space via teleportation. So typically that doesn't trigger an opportunity attack.
Right. You're right. Okay, cool. Yeah, so scratch that. That's so... Yeah, you can...
Mm-hmm.
Trouble approves.
So any creature within 10 feet of that space that we are both leaving will have to make a Constitution saving throw, and I am going to overchannel this as well. And I will take that damage.
Okay.
Trouble also likes your drawing.
All right, you said a con save?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's a 7 for the first one.
All right, that fails.
It's a 21 for the green one.
All right, that succeeds. The one that failed will take 50 thunder damage. The other one will take half that.
All right, perfect.
And let me go read how much damage I have to take, because I'm not supposed to overchannel more than once without taking a boo-boo.
The red one looks bad.
See?
Real bad. Is that all you're doing on your turn? I trust you to take your damage.
Yes. Tana's not going to be looking too great after this. I will let everyone know.
P, you're on deck.
P is gone. Beth lost power.
Oh. Interesting. Oh. Beth did lose power. Okay.
I will say Tana looks really, really bad. I had to roll 2d12 for every level of that.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So Beth is gone. Perfect. Beth has momentarily lost their connection to their god. So Beth does not currently have power. Get it?
Internet. It's the internet. We all worship it.
It's the internet. Great. All
That's
right.
the god we worship.
Soaring, you're up.
Yep. Well, turnabout's fair play. You saved my butt. Soren's gonna save Tana's butt. Where is it? That's it. Okay. But ding. Oh. Oh. My gods are not with you. 13 healing. That's I rolled ones and twos. That's great.
You know what? I'll take it.
Yep.
For those listening in chat, Tana dropped to 9 HP from her own spell.
9 HP.
Oof.
It was worth it though. That dragon looks bad.
What's your max
Yeah.
HP?
82.
Oh my god.
Look, I'm
Oh
here
my
for a good time, not for a long time, okay?
Apparently, shit. And then
Oh,
with my action, I'm gonna go ahead and oops, I grabbed blue guy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and chill touch um that the red dragon because that's a cantrip, so I can do both.
What's the radius on Chill Touch?
It's 120 foot.
Excellent. I love that for me.
Yep, ain't that grand. So 25 to hit
Okay.
and 16 necrotic damages.
All right. 16 damage. Great.
And that's my turn.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, Red Dragon does not look great. Still has life left in him, but does not look great. Perfect. That's the end of soaring. That is Red Dragon's turn. Red Dragon's just gonna go to whoever's the closest because Red Dragon does not look super great. So it's gonna come over to Treble. Treble, hi, how you doing? We're gonna go ahead and roll to hit here. Does a 17 or a 25 hit you?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that
All right.
hits. Both hit.
Both hit. Perfect. So that
Like
is
perfect. Like no.
11 points of damage from the stinger and 14 points of damage from the claws.
All right, so 25.
25 damage total. Perfect. And it is going to drift back over the rift. Wonderful. Now we have Black and Green Dragon's turn. Black and Green Dragon. He's soaring. Black and Green Dragon misses you. Does never mind. Does 12 hit you? What about?
No, I should have my mic on. Yeah.
Oh, you're good. What about a 19?
Yep, 19 hits.
Okay, that is 18 points of necrotic damage from its claws. Back over the rift for you. Perfect. That is their turn. All right, and we are back to the lair action. If somebody wants to go ahead and roll me a d20, Treble, you are up. Whoever rolls the d20, just go ahead and give me that when you have one. Perfect. All right, so that's going to be... You rolled a 9 for me, right? Yep. Great. Thank you. All right. Good stuff. Treble, what are you doing, buddy?
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to see what my bonus actions are. um I feel like this is for the greater good. So I am just going to I guess this is I don't know if this is an action or a bonus action. I don't know. I'm going to just be like, Tana. I'm like, Tana, are you a little thirsty? Are you a little thirsty? I have something for you. And then I'm going to like give her my potion of healing supreme.
Wow.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You want my potion of greater healing? We can trade.
Do you want to trade? Let's trade.
We're just gonna do Tracy's.
We're gonna do
Amazing.
Tracy's.
It's
So-
Sisterhood of the Traveling Potion.
Trade
Yes.
these among the two T's, Trouble and Tana. Are you freaking kidding me?
We're
Yeah.
adorable, and we're the smalls of the group.
That's right.
Wow. You're the teenies. All right.
Mhm.
Teens.
All right.
So this one is you regain 10d4 plus 20 hit points.
Mhm.
So
Do I
I'll
need
put
to
that
take that on my turn? Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll the 10d4, and then you can say what that is when you get it. I'm gonna go ahead and let these guys go. All right. Soaring, Mr. Yellow. Trebled, you have Mr. Blue. All right, for Mr. Blue. Treble, does a 9 or a 13 hit you?
Neither hit. No.
Neither hit. Great. He regrets
Oof.
his decision. Soaring for you. We've got a bite attack. That's another nat 20. Great. So I'm assuming a nat 20 hits you. Great. Does a 13 hit you?
Nope.
Great. All right, so we're just going to do double damage on this one. So that's going to be, wow. Okay, I rolled like crap on that. That's only 16 points of damage. It's lightning damage. Great. All right. That one's done. Perfect. All right, those kind of dragons are done. Tana, you are up. Trouble, would you roll for Tana's HP?
Oh, was I supposed to roll? Oh, my bad. My bad.
Or Tana can roll it since you're the
Does
one
that
who
count as an action or bonus action?
I consider potions bonus actions.
I'll do it. I'll
You're
do it.
amazing.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll just do that as my bonus. All right. So what do I? A 10d4. All right. Ooh. Okay. I've got d4.
It's
I'm
like
crazy.
a
I'm crazy. I
boxer's
know
coach.
I know my things. All right. I got this. Don't worry. Okay,
You're
Tana,
gonna
just keep
wild-
track of these because I'm gonna lose track of these. I only have 3d4s. So
Do you want me to just roll it on D&D Beyond?
now
Okay.
we're gonna do this in the most chaotic way. That's 9. That's
Okay.
9 total. Plus, here's the next 3. 3, 6, 7, 8. 9
Okay.
plus 8 is 17. So that's 3, 6. I got one more. That's 3, 4, 5. That's 8. And then that was 3, 6, 9. And then I just got to roll one more. And that's 4. And then plus 20 hit points.
The last one was how much?
4.
4.
The last one was 4.
So total of 49 with the plus 20 at the
Thank
end.
you.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Maths.
Good job, buddy. All right, Tana. That was your bonus action. What else are you doing on your turn?
I would like to I imagine I'm still next to Soaring, and I would just like to lean around Soaring and say, 3 cards! And I'm going to pull 3 cards from my deck of many things.
You're pulling 3 of them?
I'm pulling 3 of them, and 2 just jumped out, so I think those are the first 2.
I'm so excited and scared at the same time.
Okay, so I pulled, for those listening, Mo was kind enough to let me use the Deck of Many Things PDF from WeirdWorks that goes along with their tarot cards.
They're
These
so
are the cards
pretty.
I drew. This is the Artificer, the Giant, and I believe this is the Ranger. All right, so let's find out what happens.
Ranger.
You wanted chaos. I'm bringing the chaos.
Sure did.
Okay, so the Ranger.
Page 36.
Let's see. When you draw this card, knowledge of the lands around you, the wilderness beyond, and even otherworldly planes fills your head. It is impossible for you to get lost for the next 7 days, even by magical means, such as the maze spell.
Wow.
Wow. That's
I
really
am
nice.
copying and pasting these for myself, so I know how to treat you.
Thank you. Can you copy and paste them for me too? Okay, let's see. Where's the Artificer? The Artificer. As you draw this card and it turns to ash, you feel something substantial land in your hand. Roll on the magic item table G in the Dungeon Master's Guide. In the case that you roll a generic weapon or armor, you gain an item that you are proficient with. DM's choice.
Wow.
I can't remember if G or F is like the amazing table, but it's one of the two.
Let's see. And the last one was the giant. Oh gosh. The giant values strength above all else, and each iteration of the giant card provides greater strength and greater size. The effects of a giant card last for 24 hours. This is the two of giants, so it causes me to grow one size larger, have a strength of 23, and all of my melee attacks do a bonus 1d4 damage.
Amazing. Okay.
You're suddenly very jacked, just absolutely ripped.
Yeah.
Tiny wizard grow big.
I mean,
Yeah.
it matches your personality. Let's just be honest.
Trouble's
It was
just gonna be like, I love
bombastic.
this. I love this for you. The little
So
people
we-
coming up in the world.
Amazing. Okay. You said which table? G?
Yes, table G. I'm gonna have to pull up a document and keep track of these two.
All right. Magic items. Where are the tables? I literally have had this open before. Interesting. Okay, well, that is for treasure. This is for. I've never, like, gotten to do this before. This is very exciting for me. Oh, there's B. There's C. There's D. There's E. F. G. Alright. Roll me a D100.
Okay.
This is so fun. I love this.
Oh, that was not a D100. What did I just roll? That was wrong. No, I want this one. Sorry.
You want that? Okay.
I rolled an 18.
18. Great. You have Armor of Vulnerability. It is plate mail. Here we go. Let me copy and paste, and I will read this as well. While wearing this armor, you have resistance to one of the following damage types: bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing. I choose the type or determine it randomly. If somebody wants to roll me, or if you want to roll a d4, Tana, I will say a 1 or a 4 is bludgeoning, 2 is piercing, 3 is slashing. This armor is cursed, a fact that is revealed only when an identify spell is cast on the armor or you attune to it. So I will say, because like you would know what this is because of the card pull. Usually if you would just find this, you wouldn't know, but we know now. Attuning to the armor curses you until you're targeted by the remove curse spell or similar magic. Removing the armor fails to end the curse. While cursed, you have vulnerability to 2 of the 3 damage types associated with the armor, not the one to which it grants resistance. Interesting.
Fantastic. I rolled a 4.
A 4? Okay.
Yeah.
So that means you are resistant to bludgeoning, but you are vulnerable to piercing and slashing.
I love it.
That's a very interesting item. I love that. All right. Well, I'm glad I had the table pulled out for that, and I always have a copy of the DM's guide handy. Okay, perfect. I love that so much. Is that the end of your turn, Tana?
That's my turn. I am standing here holding cursed armor. Everything's
Great.
fine.
Perfect.
I won't be taking the 10 minutes to put it on, but I have it.
Great. Soaring, what are you up to?
Oh, I'm not feeling very good right now. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to heal myself. So I'm gonna do a repeat of last turn, basically, just with myself as the healing target. So let's see here. I get 18, and then I'm gonna do the chilling, chill touch or whatever that is.
Okay.
I'll do it on yeah, on the red guy is still up. So yeah.
Okay.
Chill touch on red guy. Normal 24 to hit
24 hits.
and 19 necrotic.
19 necrotic. All right. You guys see as red guy goes down. Good job, Soaring. I'm just going to put a bunch of colors on him so we know he's
Red Bull does not give you wings.
deceased. All right. Perfect. And Soaring, that is your turn. That would be red, but red is dead. Sorry, that was really bad. That is going to be Mr. Green. Hey, Soaring, seeing that you just killed that one, the green guy is not happy with you. Does a 25 or a 21 hit?
Great. Yeah, both of them.
Great. So that is 14 necrotic plus 19 necrotic. So 35 total.
It's cool. It's fine. We're fine. It's cool.
Right. That's his turn. Great. Tana, you're up. Or Trouble. Sorry. Got my T's mixed up.
I was gonna say that's way too soon.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my action to short bow shot the blue.
Turbo shot the blue. Okay.
Yep.
Also, somebody roll me a d20 real quick. I almost forgot. And then tell me what you get, Trouble.
So I have. Am I supposed to be adding this plus hit DC stuff?
Like 2 hit?
Yeah, like to
Yes.
whatever I roll.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm dumb. So that's a 19.
That's
I
a
haven't
19
been doing that
hits.
the whole time, so it's a 19.
You're good at 19 hits.
I rolled a 10 on that d20, Mo.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so that's a 1d. It's a 1d6 plus 3 for damage. So that is a 4.
4 points of damage on the blue guy.
Hey Raiders. We just got raided from
Ooh.
Grave Mortem.
Hello, welcome,
I love
welcome.
that. Graveyard shift. That's cute.
Thank
Well.
you so much for the raid.
Welcome, y'all.
That's adorable. All right, great. I will do this then. Is it all you're doing on your turn, Trouble? You moving?
And then I'm just gonna go ahead and just use the greater healing with the way these damage rolls have been hitting your girl. I'm gonna
You're all
need
good.
it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. I am having
Okay.
yellow go after Soaring. Blue's gonna go after you. We'll do Soaring first.
Awesome.
Soaring, does a 17 hit you?
4d4.
Yep, it does.
Great. That is only 8 points of lightning damage on its first one.
4d4.
And oop, what about a 13? Does 13 hit?
Nope.
Great. All right, that one does not. Perfect. Blue, and then, or no, sorry, that was that one. Moved the wrong one. Treble, do you do your healing? You good? All right.
It's
does
it's a 9 plus 4.
Does an
Sorry.
11 hit you?
No.
Great. Does a 12 hit you?
No.
Great. Okay, so they are done. And now we're at Tana.
Excellent. Which of these wyverns looks the healthiest?
The healthiest?
Yeah.
Green.
Excellent. I would like to drop a. Would a 20-foot sphere hit both green and yellow if I drop it between them?
Yes.
Excellent.
I will say you should do it like here, and it'll hit both of them and not hit Soaring.
Perfect. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm an evocation wizard, so my party's
Oh.
safe.
Great.
So yeah, fireball both of those. I will need a dex save. This is gonna be at 8th level.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right. Dex save. Well, they don't. That's a 12 for yellow.
That
And that
fails.
is a. That's a 5 for green.
They both fail and they both take 62 points of fire damage.
62?
13d6.
Great. You guys see yellow goes down. And green is fine, but definitely has seen better days for sure.
Tana the Dragon Slayer!
Yeah. So now there are 2 dragons in the bottom of the trench. Great. All right. Damage. Perfect. All right. Are you moving or anything?
Gosh, I'm tempted to just walk up to one and punch it next. But no, I'll
With
stay
your
put.
gauntlet? Amazing. Just to answer chat real quick, yes, this is a Candlekeep Mysteries campaign, but my storyline is homebrew. The books are pretty much verbatim, but I have changed a lot to fit my narrative. Just for example, Xanthoria is my librarian of Candlekeep, Gertrude's twin sister. So they are currently trying to find her in the woods. That's what we're working on right now. These are her dragons. There are 4 of them. But, sorry, there were 4 of them. 2 of them are now in the bottom of the abyss. And there are 2 left. All right. Blue and green. Perfect. Soaring, you're up.
Yeah. So Green Boy is getting a spell cast with um mm, we'll do that. So 23 to hit
23 hits.
and 28 lightning damage.
Okay, yeah, that damage that Tana did messed this thing up. This thing drops from the sky, soaring. Green guy does.
Oh
He
wait.
is also going to be in the bottom of the abyss. Great. All right, all that's left is blue. Are you moving on your turn?
Yeah, I'm brave now that there's only one, and I'll protect the wee folk.
Who you calling a wee folk?
Holding up
A
her
tiny
gauntlet.
I'm little.
A poor really tiny gnome says.
Amazing.
Buff,
All right.
but small.
Great. Wonderful. Okay. That is back up to the top of the order, I believe. Treble. No? No, wait. Yes, treble.
Okay. I am going to how far away is the blue dragon now? He's to be like right by
For
us, right?
you, 10 feet.
10 feet.
Tana, can you do me a favor? Roll me another d20.
10 feet. In that case, I will shoot a poison spray at it.
A poison spray. I love that.
Poison spray. Yep. It's getting sprayed in the face. I think it says hit/DC. It says con 13. So I don't know what that means. Does that mean you have
Con
to?
save of 13. Yep, I will
Okay.
make a con save for you. Alright. That is a 14. I kid you not. I still take half though, right?
Let's see. I'm trying to read what it says. This is my
Is it a
first time using.
cantrip or is it a spell level?
It's a conjuration cantrip.
Okay, then it probably doesn't have the take half because that's
I don't think
usually
so, yeah.
a leveled spell thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think you're good.
All right.
So Treble will then be sad that everybody else got to kill a dragon and there's still no dead dragon for Treble. And yep, that's all I'm gonna do.
Great. All right, the blue dragon, seeing it as it is the only one left, wyverns are fairly intelligent creatures. They have like average human intelligence. It is going to begin to flee. I will give everybody 1 round of opportunity to do a ranged attack of some sort, but these things are very fast, so it's kind of like a one and done situation when they are flying. So anybody who wants to do anything, let me know.
I'll try to take a shot at it. I do
Okay.
not know how it's gonna go.
All right.
Probably not good.
Same. I was very short bow.
What's its movement speed as it's moving away from us?
80.
Just as it gets to 80, I will cast Vortex Warp, which has a range of 90 feet, and bring it right back if I can. Can I please get a Constitution saving throw if it is not willing?
Sure. All right, con save.
Get back here. We're not done.
I
That's a
need to
15.
kill you. Come back.
What was it?
A 15.
It meets. Meets it beats. I tried.
Okay.
Well, then I'm gonna try to shoot it in the back with my longbow,
All right.
which I don't think I've actually used in this game. But yeah, Phoomp. Time to kill. I got a nat 1.
No! Do any of you still have inspiration from last session?
We had inspiration?
Yeah, we had inspiration. What?
Yeah, we all did.
Oh.
Oh,
Then yeah, because I didn't even realize I had it.
I didn't remember.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll roll again. Do you get a roll again, Tana?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody used it last session.
don't think-
No, we did not.
Well,
but
no,
we
because
all
I don't think that
I don't-
applies to Constitution saves, because I'm not rolling anything.
No. Okay.
I rolled a 12 as my opportunity thing for my
Okay.
longbow.
A 12 hits for trouble.
Fantastic. Okay, so then that would be short bow is a 1d6 plus 3. So that will be another 4.
All right.
I hit this time. I got 23 with the longbow, but then I
Yep.
got 1 on the dice. So it's a 4.
So 4. Okay.
Nice ones.
This thing is bleeding out from just about every place on its body
Oh,
because of the Vorpal did not work, correct?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I don't think any of you are as fast as a flying wyvern, unfortunately. So you guys see as this thing screams into the air as it takes off, almost jumping through the sky itself, as it disappears over the hill above the forest. But as this happens, the day is getting a little bit darker. Dusk is starting to fall upon you. And all of a sudden, you start to hear a clinking, a rattling, a rustling in the leaves around your feet as are you starting to travel into the forest a little bit? Perfect. It is not a long walk to the actual cave system from the edge of the forest, maybe about 15 minutes. But as you guys are walking, you start to see the glint of the remaining sunlight of the day kind of shining out of bushes. There are toadstools that begin to appear from under some of the more shady trees here in the forest. After you pass the edge, the brambles and the roots, specifically those of the larger trees that would maybe trip you, you can clearly still see, as it is not quite nighttime yet. But if anybody wants to give me a perception check, I might be able to tell you what like the glints that you guys are seeing out of the bottom of the root systems and out of the bottoms of the hats of the toadstools under the trees are.
16?
What was the roll? Investigation or
Perception.
perception? 12.
A 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Treble, do you want to roll?
Yeah, mine's 14.
14. Okay. I will give it to Soaring with a 16. Soaring, you see an assortment of cutlery, and an assortment as you look at the cutlery, as your eyes are drawn to the glinting off of metal of tiny spoons, tiny forks, tiny sporks, tiny knives that are all in the hands of tiny mushrooms, some with glasses, some not, some with giant noses, some with no feet that seem to move along the ground like a salt shaker would if it was animated, kind of like rocking from side to curved side.
Like
And
the
they are,
mushrooms from Fantasia,
yeah,
right? Like the
mhm, yeah, they are ranging in size from about half an inch to 6 inches. So no bigger than like a fairy would be in real life. You've seen fairies, and fae in the Fey Wild soaring. And some of them that aren't, you think, probably important enough to have cutlery have things like toothpicks or sharpened spears made out of sticks that have fallen on the ground. Some even have the stems of roses with the actual rose thorns left on for protection. And they don't seem to pay you any mind, but you have to try pretty hard to avoid stepping on them as you get deeper into the forest.
I'll
Alright.
point out all of that to Tana and Treble. I can speak with plants. I don't know if I actually want to.
Okay. It's up to you.
Um, what do y'all think?
I mean, you could try. It never hurts to say hello. Well, sometimes, unless it's a dragon.
Or unless it's an evil myconid colony that can, talk to each other super fast because they're mushrooms and are on the same fungal network.
That is a fair point.
Either way, it looks like we have to move through their area, so.
Maybe if we're nice to them, they'll give us some clues
Mhm.
about this place.
All right, but y'all have to help me with the questions. I'll translate. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do it lasts for 10 minutes. I get it once per long rest, but speak with plants. I imbue plants within 30 feet to use with limited sentience and animation, which they already got. Um, but and then giving them the ability to communicate with you and follow your simple commands. So I'm just gonna try asking what hi start with. Everybody think of questions, please.
Okay, you're just saying hi to one of them?
Yes. Yeah. After doing my speak with plants, so I'm plant vision or
Okay,
plant sense. It's
sure.
like spidey sense, but different.
Okay, is this, I'm assuming this is like your version of this, in your head? Is that how you're describing it? Like, not like a telepathy, but you're like tapping into the fungal network, right?
Yeah, this is through primal awareness for the ranger.
Okay.
So yeah, that works. Like I'm able to like I don't want to touch them though. It doesn't say
You
anything about having to touch the plants to talk to
Right.
them.
You don't have to touch them. Even if your foot is relaxing on one of the protruding roots coming out of the ground, you are tapped into the forest flora and fauna. That's not a problem. You don't have to actually touch the mushroom.
Okay,
So,
cool.
you see a small mushroom with a toothpick, this one has, slowly turns around to face you, putting its little stick like arms with little nubbins at the ends, one of them holding the toothpick pretty strongly. It looks like its little tiny fingertips are squeezing rather hard around the edge of this toothpick, soaring with your ranger like vision. And it looks up at you, and you can tell immediately its eyes are jet black. But all of a sudden, starting from the inside and slowly working its way out, if any of you have ever been hypnotized, the white, that is the teeny, teeny, tiny dot of the pupil on the inner eye of this thing, starts to slowly work its way around so that it becomes a spiral. And then all of a sudden, that spiral begins to overcome the other eye on this thing's face. And Soaring, I need you to give me a dex save.
Okay. Okay.
As this thing pulls back a tiny bit, and you see its lips purse as if it's about to spit something at you.
Um um so DM question.
Mhm.
I can I roll on the wild magic table to then get advantage on this roll? Because I use my tides of chaos already, so I have to roll on the table in order to get that back, and that's at your discretion.
I will not make you waste it. I am going to use my deal with the devil right now. You get a nat 1 on
Oh,
this roll, Soaring.
okay. I
So
get
I
spit
need
on by a friggin' mushroom.
by a mushroom
Okay.
right like on your cheek. And it
Oh.
almost like spreads to your ear a little bit, and you can feel this ooze kind of sinking into your ear from the outside, almost clutching at your eardrum before it recedes and falls to the ground in kind of a
Mm.
brown ashen lump that seems to seep into the ground. I need you to roll me a d100.
Oh, okay.
Can
That's
Trouble
great.
can Trouble push the mushroom?
Push it?
Yeah, I just want to push it. Like, how dare you push?
Are you wearing gloves?
Don't touch it.
Touch
Oh
it.
my god.
Trouble, roll me a d100
Oh God!
as you
I'm
shove the
trying to
mushroom.
I was gonna shove the mushroom. Like, how dare you?
It rolls very far. Like, it does not take a lot of
Oh.
effort to roll this thing on the ground.
Where's my other
Where's
G?
the-
Okay.
Tana, would you like to do anything to the mushrooms?
Greater invisibility.
Smart woman, that Tana.
Our wizard, everyone.
Okay. So
Mhm.
I rolled a 0, 0, and a 5, so I guess it's just a 5, right?
I
Yep.
will. That'll
Okay.
last for 1 minute. So Mo, whenever my minute's up, let me know.
Cool.
I
What'd
got
you
a
roll, sorry?
77.
77. All right. So, Treble, your flaw until this version of the plague is cured for you,
Okay.
you see visions in the world around me that others do not.
Oh.
So I will tell you when that applies to you.
Okay.
Right now, you are fine, but you can clearly see the cave entrance. It looks terrifying to you. Almost like there are skeletal hands kind of grasping at the sides, crawling out towards you. And it looks like whatever's in there could burst out at you at any moment. Soaring,
Mhm.
your flaw, until you are cured of the plague, is my mind is slipping away, and my intelligence seems to wax and wane. So, if you would like to cast a spell, or you would like to do anything other than making a straight, like, melee attack as a barbarian would do with minimal intelligence, you will roll a 50-50 to determine if you are sane enough to do so. Um,
Oh,
I will tell you depending on the action if this is a necessary roll for you to make or not. Okay?
cool.
Perfect. All right. You guys have your tragic flaws. Tana, you're fine. you look down at your friends for a second, and both of them do seem to have that swirling black and white image of the hypnotizing sphere within their eyes before it disappears the second they blink, and they come back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity. Uh,
Uh,
are you two okay?
I don't feel right. Are you okay, Treble?
I mean, is nobody else seeing this? It's like, is nobody else seeing this? Is this? Do you
Seeing,
do we
seeing what?
do we not see the skeletal hands that are like coming outside of the cave? Should we be going up in there? Should we? Is
What?
that?
What does the cave look like to Tana?
the cave to Tana. Um, there is a darkened cave mouth that beckons from beneath the canopy of the forest. There are definitely growths coming out of it, but nothing alive. It's green, brown, gray lichen that's kind of covering the cave mouth, almost in a canopy situation. You know how you can buy like vines off of Amazon and put them on the top of your door and you can walk through it? Almost like those beads from like the 70s. It's like that kind of a situation. It
Um,
is definitely covered with mushrooms, but nothing is coming out of it. There's a small stream that flows inside, but that is the only thing that's moving.
I I don't see the hands you're talking about.
If you squint a little and tilt your head to the side, that one right there kind of looks like a skeleton. Is that what is?
They're like all over. All I mean, they're trying to like. It looks like they're trying to give you a high five. Like there's so many of them. Do you? And then Treble's gonna like walk up and like just like start moving her hand to one. Like you don't look. This hand follows my hand.
Uh, Trouble, I think you're seeing things that aren't there.
Things that aren't there.
Let's cut down the vines. Let's just cut them down, and then we don't have to worry about skeletons, right?
I mean, I don't think we have to worry about the skeletons either way. We could just
No, but how are you gonna fix Treble's brain if she's seeing stuff? Like we need a doctor.
Treble's just gonna be like, "This is awesome! I can see into another voice."
oh maybe
Trouble is
maybe P will catch up soon and help. Um I mean we could try, but we are trying to go in there and deal with I already forgot her name. And I mean she might not like her cave being destroyed.
That's true.
I mean,
That is true.
who would want to destroy these cool skeleton hands, anyways? Let's go! And then have Treble's gonna like try to high five one as she walks in.
Trouble, your hand smacks against like concrete rock. Uh, you take definitely a point of like bludgeoning damage as all of the bones in your hands expand for a second as your palm smacks against the rock and contracts immediately afterwards as you take your hand away. Ow.
Be like, "Ow,
Oh,
man!"
maybe don't touch anything.
Oh,
And it's just
okay.
gonna take both of Treble's hands and just down to Treble's sides.
Just keep them there, right?
Charles gonna
Hands
be
in your
like,
pockets. Touch nothing.
"Oh,
Sounds
Look
like
with
mother.
your eyes and not with your hands.
Yeah.
okay."
Your mom said that too?
Yeah, both of them. I don't know. Like, it's across the plains, apparently.
Yeah. I still touch stuff. I accidentally blew up a tunnel once. It was great.
You did it on purpose. You knew it was going to blow up. You're too smart not to know that that was likely to happen.
No, I really
Cheeky,
didn't know that
cheeky.
they were storing the explosives in there.
Okay. That's completely different. That's just coincidence. That's a good coincidence, though. That's pretty funny.
Amazing. Let me ask you guys this. As you approach the mouth of the cave, Treble does not seem terribly inviting to you, but the second you pass the threshold, everything calms. You see it as everybody else does, just filled with mushrooms and brown and green moss, with that small stream running right through the dead center of the floor. Is everybody okay to. Are you guys resting, or are you just diving right in?
All right,
I
I don't
think
think we're gonna get a long rest.
Is
We
this just
could
gonna be a short break?
try.
A short rest? Like, how long is a short rest?
An
An hour.
hour.
You get to roll
There's-
your hit dice.
Is there a space where we can safely short rest without anyone touching any more mushrooms?
As you guys are inside, there are like large rocks adjacent to the stream that you guys could sit on. They don't even, I mean, they look absolutely bare. The walls are covered in fauna, like flora and fauna. Everything is covered except for these rocks.
Okay, Short rest.
Well,
Yep.
let's go sit down there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody's doing a short rest. Perfect. Um,
Yay, rock climbing.
as soon as you guys are done rolling your hit dice and taking your HP, I do need somebody to roll me a perception check. Um, or whoever among you has the. Actually, I want to do it this way. Who has the highest passive perception between you guys?
Mine's 14.
Okay.
Mine is 11.
All right.
I can talk and do things. Passive perception
Mm-hmm.
is 20.
20. Okay, great. So, Soaring, you are the lucky one here. Soaring, you hear coming from right outside the cave. You guys are avoiding mushrooms at all costs, but there is a large rock outside of the cave that is absolutely covered in them. So big as like small animals could probably hide under the canopies of these things. They are the great big red ones with white spots. They're beautiful. Um, you hear a slight cry, almost like a sniffle, like a sob, um, before the voice silences itself right after you hear it.
Oh, sorry. I was on mute. Y'all
Okay.
do you hear? Listen. You can. I think somebody needs some help.
Um, we could
Let's
go.
go.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's going outside? Soaring?
Yeah, I will. I will.
You will.
Yeah, Tana will go
Okay.
too.
All right, cool. Trouble, are you staying inside?
No, I'll go with them.
You go with them. Okay.
Well,
Uh, as you
we're
guys
moving.
as you guys breach the threshold, the opposite way. This time you have to make your way through the moss that's dangling over the top edge of the cave face. And you guys look over towards the mushrooms that Soaring was gesturing to, and underneath there is a teeny tiny fairy with a blue faux hawk that almost extends all the way down her back, bright green, almost moss like wings covered with a type of light feather like fur. She has very tall, blue, indigo almost combat boots that are emblazoned with gold inlays. And her outfit's pretty simple. She's just wearing, a mixture of greens and reds, colors that you'd find in the forest amongst like fallen and fresh leaves. But her face is absolutely beet red, almost as if she's been crying for hours.
Uh, okay. So I'm gonna go. Like, I'm gonna try. Can I try to pick her up
Gonna pick
delicately?
her up. Okay, are you making your presence known first? I mean, yes, you've dealt with Fae before, but you probably don't want to just pick up a fairy.
Yeah, that's true. I was. Oh, hello there. I'm just gonna. Can I help you? And then like, whoop with that. If there's no protest.
Okay, I will say in order to get to her, you saw her feet first. If you want to say that you were like holding back the mushroom to see her fully, she will emerge very timidly out towards you, Soaring. Oh, hi. I'm sorry for bothering you. I was having a little bit of a breakdown. Everything's fine. What are your names?
Well, they're our names is what they are. What's going on? Why are you having a breakdown?
Um, I'm having a little bit of lapse in my memory, you know? Sometimes I forget things. My brain's quite small, but I'm not stupid. And I know I'm not stupid. I don't remember being stupid. I don't remember very much at all, actually. And you see she kind of stops in the middle of her sentence and clutches the tips of her wings in her hands. and uses one of them to wipe away a tear as it falls from her very kind of puffy, swollen eyes. And she looks up at you, Treble. What's your name? I'm
Hi.
Thunderwing.
What's your name? I'm sorry.
Thunderwing.
Thunderwing. Well, Thunderwing, I'm Treble. Hello.
Pleasure. And you see, she takes out a small notepad, and you see her. She writes your name on the piece of paper.
It's just like Death Note. I'll be like, oh, did
She did
you?
not give you her name. You don't have ownership over it.
That is true. You didn't ask for her name.
Mhm.
You asked what it was.
That's okay. I just want to know who I'm referring to. And you see, she puts away the notepad. I don't mean you guys any harm. I just. I may be looking for a little bit of help. I really don't want to go back in there all by myself.
Back in the cave.
Yeah.
Why don't you want to go back in the cave?
I don't remember a lot, but I know that my friends used to live here.
Oh.
Used
Uh,
to.
I'm not sure if they still do. I'm actually not sure how long I've been out here.
who are your friends?
Candace and Bunny Blossom.
Oh, yeah. I don't know Bunny Blossom, but yeah. Candace kinda lives here,
Still?
as far as we know.
Okay, well that's good news. That's more information than I had before. I'll give you information for your information. Bunny Blossom is my dragon.
What kind of dragon?
Small.
Oh, honey. Um, so I don't know if you've noticed, but it's a little hostile around. Do you feel like it's always been hostile?
Um, I'm not really sure what you mean. And you see a tear falls from her eye again, and she uses her wing once again like a tissue, and she kind of blows her nose in the end of it and wipes it on her pants.
Have you ever met somebody who's fallen from their way, like who's lost their path?
I feel like that all the time.
Okay. Oh shit. How the hell? So Candace isn't Candace anymore. She's changed her name to Vin Diesel or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but she's
Has a
changed her
whole new
name.
has a whole new style
Joking,
now.
Baba Yaga. I'm sorry.
What? Vin Diesel's a very common name among Lich. So,
I'm
uh,
good. I promise. Wow.
so she I, we're here from her sister. Have you ever met her sister Gertrude?
No, I didn't even know she had a sister.
Oh,
Do I have a sister?
I
And you
mean
see
it's
her eyes roll
possible.
into the back of her head for a second as she
Oh,
thinks really, really hard. And she kind of goes limp for a moment from her shoulders down to her feet. And then she straightens once again and she goes, do you have a moment? And she'll hold out her hand at you, Soaring.
Mm, I will give you a singular moment, and I'm gonna touch her hand.
Okay, perfect.
Ugh.
Soaring, you have a vision as you touch this fairy. Your eyes roll into the back of your head, and your
oh,
vision goes dark for a moment as all of a sudden you see a room with a table and some medical instruments, and all of a sudden you feel pain over your entire body. It hurts very, very bad. And you look down and you can see the tips of your wings, like almost stapled to the edges of the table so that you can't move. And as you try to struggle, the pain just gets worse. Hot, almost like an iron against your forehead, against your chest. against your feet that all of a sudden feel like lead. Like you can't move at all. And you feel the most intense longing and hunger that you've ever felt before you come to. And you can still feel the hair on your arms kind of sticking up as your feet and your fingertips are pins and needles. And you see the fairy in front of you is breathing so heavily, almost like her whole chest is just going to cave in with every breath. Did you see that too? Was that me?
Yeah, I think so, baby. I think so. Um,
Okay. So maybe we shouldn't go in, right? We shouldn't go
um, I think Candace is evil now. I think she went from being like pro life and I'm a druid, I must protect my forest to being just whew, um off the rocker. But yeah, I think she's evil now.
Hashtag lonely queen.
Hmm.
All I know is I remember darkness, and then nothing at all, and then I was sitting out here on my mushroom, and I was missing Bunny Blossom, and and Candace, I miss Candace so much. And she looks down at her feet, and out of a bag on her side, she pulls a couple of petals, like from flowers, but she notices and gets very sad at the realization that they've since dried out and begin to crumble in her little fingers. And she lets her hand drop down to her hips, and she looks up at all of you. Well, are you guys going? Because I mean, I'll go if you go. I can't promise that I'll be much help, but I'm probably more help than nothing at all. And then she looks at. Do any of you have your map out still? I'm assuming like one of you was
One
directing
of
the
us
others.
probably.
Okay.
Tana can't get lost for the next 7 days, so she probably has
Right.
hers.
Yeah, Soaring. She will flit over and sit on your shoulder, and look down at the map. And she'll go, "Oh, this is a lot bigger than I remember it being. Um, oh, okay, we can do this." And you see she kind of taps your earlobe a couple times in like a "You got it, bud."
Hmm.
Um, and you see she. You know how when you're riding a horse and you have to get it to move and you kind of have to dig your ankle into its hip a little bit? She does that with your shoulder, Soaring, and she puts a forward facing finger out towards the mouth of the cave. Onward!
You know, why don't you? And Soren's gonna pick her up off the shoulder and put her up on her head because she does have big old curly rams like fey horns,
All
and
right.
give her a couple little chunks of hair to hold on to, like little reins, so that
Great.
way he can steer.
Amazing.
You
That
just
I
turn
can
this
keep my
little
eyes
fairy
out.
into Ratatouille.
Yep.
Yes! Soaring, she does begin to like tug your hair a little bit, like which direction she wants you to go. But before you guys go into the mouth of the cave, she'll pull out her tiny notebook, and she'll kind of use a piece of your hair to tie it to the notebook and fling it over the front of your face so it kind of baps you in the forehead. And if you take it and you open it, you'll see there's a picture of a tiny yellow fey dragon with a BB signed at the bottom with a
Oh.
TW like Bunny Blossom and Thunderwing. And you
Oh,
see the fey dragon with her like riding on its back. So this is a very small, like almost like Chihuahua sized dragon compared to this 4-inch fairy.
All right. Well, that is just precious, and thankfully, that's not one of the dragons that we just killed. So, good, good, great.
You kill dragons?
Well, I mean,
no,
they
no.
Wyverns.
attacked us.
Yeah.
Only the
Okay,
mean ones.
Uh-huh.
that's fair. Bunny Blossom's very nice.
I'm sure. I'm really sure.
She looks absolutely precious. I mean, it must have taken a lot of time to find a yellow color like that. That's like unique and interesting. Good job.
Mm-hmm. All right, perfect. Soaring, before you guys head inside, as you blink, you see remnants of this vision that you just saw. You were in too much pain to experience it a few minutes ago, but as you blink, you see just in front of you that feeling of longing and hunger. If you look past it just even a little bit, you see a female half elf in a gossamer cape that's made of mushroom threading. So you can tell it used to be made of lichen and moss, but now it's kind of taken on a more threadbare appeal. And you see she's of the same stature as Gertrude, but slightly more fey. She's definitely like of the two of them. She looks like she got most of the magic. Um, but she definitely looks worse for wear. She wears glasses down to the tip of her nose. And you see her hands have begun to grow black from the fingertips up to her wrists. And it looks like whatever this is kind of slowly going up her bloodstream towards her heart. And you come back.
Having a problem trying to find the right screen to click on. I'm gonna relay all of this stuff with like, oh well, I had this vision that happened first, and then I just saw this to everybody. I'm not gonna redo it verbatim though. Sorry.
You're all good. All right. Perfect. So, you guys are officially through here. You've got a couple places to go as you enter the cave. You know, you're following this stream over here. You can either go to the right or to the left of the stream, and then once you get past the initial way itself, I'm gonna move you guys here. You guys can either go to the right, you can go straight ahead, you can go even more straight ahead, you can go to the left. There's a lot of directions you can go in here, so just let me know like which direction you're feeling. Or if you just want to move yourselves a little bit, I can tell you what you're going towards.
The trouble's just gonna
See,
start going eeny meeny miny mo.
I'm gonna take my action to give the party Eyes of the Night.
Okay.
So everybody has the 300-foot dark vision thing
Smart.
since we're in a cave.
Perfect.
I feel like Rhythm of the Night just starts playing in the background. That's the theme song in this moment.
Dang, now I want to listen to some like late 80s music so bad.
All right, where are we going? Straight, left, right?
Tana, you're a smooth operator. Which way do you think we should go?
You're muted.
Oop, I hear you.
Are we trying to go straight to Gertrude's sister or elsewhere?
Oh,
I mean, might as well go talk to her.
Okay.
Candace's place? She can be anywhere here. I don't really know exactly what room she'd be in at any given time. So I'm sorry I can't be more help.
Do you know where she liked to spend her time most?
I don't really remember that much. I remember that room that I was in. I know I know that I would know where it is if I was in it. I don't think I could get rid of how that feeling felt.
That makes sense. Maybe we should just feel around for where your feelings are and try to find them.
Uh-huh.
Sounds good.
Just roll a dice and pick a direction.
Yeah, someone want to roll some dice? I've been rolling the d20, so someone else can do it.
What are we
Yeah.
rolling?
How many is it, like 6 different ways that we can go?
Should we roll a d6 or a d4?
That's what I was trying to figure out, how many.
Maybe a d4? Because this, yeah, you got the left, the right, and then if we go forward, it splits off into 2. I don't know. There's a lot of different. I'm just gonna roll a d4.
All right.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll just yeah. All right. It is a 4.
Okay.
So let me 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going off of this way.
That way? Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. So for you guys to go through here, the second you walk into this slightly larger ceiling, slightly higher than the entrance of this cave, there are stalks of slimy violet mushrooms as tall as a person in this cavern. There are mycelial tendrils that are kind of drifting slowly as if there were a wind in here, even though it's an enclosed space, that are kind of hanging from the domed roof of this cavern, slowly pulsing with a mauve glow. And there are 2 humanoid figures that lie suspended in the strands about 10 feet above the floor. You guys have to duck to be under them. Their flesh is almost entwined with the oozing tendrils that are hanging from the ceiling. They do not look like they are currently alive.
Looks like they got into some sticky business.
Gross.
And you. What, sorry?
I was just gonna say this place will suck the life out of you, but
You would recognize them being a human and an orc, just regular folk. And Soaring, you feel a couple of tugs from your hair as Thunderwing kind of leans down to whisper in your ear. Almost falling off your head, she's leaning down so far. That was Conrad and Rugga Two Guts. I remember them. They were nice. That's a real shame. Um, can,
were they did they work for your friend, or were they
they
like?
they were local. They lived in the forest.
Oh, well, that's a bad sign then. All right. Well, P, you want to start giving that ceremony? I imagine that would be like instantly what P would want to be doing and occupied with. But yeah, guess cut him down and get him prepared for that.
Okay.
You guys
I'm
want to
not
try to
that
cut
kind
them
of.
down?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I feel like that's what P would want us to do. So I'm gonna take out my rapier and slash at the sticky tendrils and see if I can get them down.
As you guys try to destroy the mycelium from the ceiling, you instantly feel the tug and the pull of the ooze as the tendrils seem to almost grab onto your weapons as you attempt to slice through it. This is going to take a while if you do this.
Can we just burn them and say that they they got cremated? Like,
I mean, I've got some oil and some candles in my bag, or some matches.
I've got a big ass ball of fire that I can throw at him.
Great.
That too.
First, somebody roll me a d6 as you guys try and do this.
Oh no.
I'll roll. Oh, that's a 1.
A 1.
It's a 1.
Perfect. Hey Treble, because you rolled.
Yes.
All of the sudden, you feel, what are you hitting this thing with, your rapier?
Yeah, my rapier.
This thing grabs the hilt of your rapier and slashes at you with it.
Oh!
But it misses. So instead, you see the end of it kind of fungal, almost insect like with the way it moves, flower emerge from one of the ends of the tendrils from a place that you've cut. And it spits at you. Um, does a 24 hit?
It hits. Can I use my reaction to dodge?
Against a
Like it'll hit,
I
but
mean
if I
it's a
use
save.
the
It's a save. It's not like a you don't really get like a reaction. It's like it's a save. You know
oh,
what I mean?
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So it's not a check, it's a save.
I'm like,
Good try though. I appreciate you asking and trying to challenge me. That's what makes this fun. You're going to take 22 points of acid damage.
okay. Like
All
my
right.
face.
Would anybody
my
else like to
face.
try and touch it?
No.
Okay.
I was
Seen that
gonna try to
happen?
burn it.
If y'all want to try and burn it, Tana can cast Flaming Sphere.
Yeah, we let's just burn them, put them to rest that way.
Can I get my rapier back though?
The rapier is on the ground next to you. You can grab it.
Okay, cool.
It spit the rapier out too.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's throw some oil on the mushroom and then fireball.
Okay. Perfect.
Got
Are you
it.
doing this, Tana?
Yeah, I'll wait for the oil to be thrown and then I'll cast a second level Flaming Sphere up there.
Okay. Perfect. You do not have to roll to hit these. They are stationary. Just go ahead and roll your damage.
Trouble's gonna just be over here like stupid.
That'll be 8 fire damage.
8 fire damage. Tana, as this happens, the fire hits one section of this, sure. But as this fire hits against these tendrils that are dangling from the ceiling, you see very quickly, especially if you're spreading oil in this room, the fire begins to catch. And all of a sudden, all of the mycelium that you can see on the ceiling, on the walls, coming down to the floor, the bodies that it has engulfed in its grasp, all catch on fire. And you guys are almost forced to take a step back as the heat bears down on you almost as quickly as the psychic backlash does. I need everybody to make me a wisdom save.
That was great. Almost as quickly as a psychic bash. That was I have advantage against plants that are magically oh, never mind. It's to impede movement. Never mind.
Okay.
I was like, I have a magic plant. No. Wisdom
What?
save, you said?
You said
Wisdom
wisdom?
save.
Okay. The whole time I'm thinking the roof
The
roof is
the
on
roof is
fire.
on fire. We don't need no water. I got 11.
11 for
Burn,
soaring.
motherfucker. Mm-hmm.
Treble and Tana.
Oh,
12.
27.
27 and a 12 for treble.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Tana, you are the only one safe from this. You do not even take half damage. Everybody in the room, however, sees the vision. There is an endless forest of tower-sized mushrooms suddenly enveloping all of you from shoulder to shoulder. Like you can't move, you can't breathe between the spores and the claustrophobia and the mycelium that used to be on the ceiling kind of receding with the fire and the smoke that you've created. All of a sudden in front of you there's a woman that's wearing a holy symbol. All of a sudden you know her name. Death. Running between them, crying gooey ochre-sized tears. Ochre-colored tears. And a skull-splitting cry of anguish as she herself catches on fire for a moment and disappears into the floor in a pile of ash. And I need. Oh my god. All right. This is gonna hurt. Trouble and soaring. You guys both take 39 points of psychic damage
Oh my god.
as the vision fades and the room sinks into blackness as the remaining smoke and smell of oil and dead mushrooms fills the air.
Cool. Cool.
You two okay?
Absolutely the fuck not.
It
Oh,
Oh
hurts.
my god.
It
Oh,
hurts.
Perfect. This room is now clear. Where would you like to go?
yay.
maybe we should go in the other direction now.
Yeah.
Tana, who's just
forward.
sitting
We
there
actually didn't
fine,
go.
like-
We didn't actually like really leave anywhere though. We just went to the back half of this little cavern that we're in before taking us like going anywhere, right? Like
You guys have gotten pretty deep. I mean, like if you use like
Mm.
everything's to scale, like you guys have gone like a full like moves worth like into this thing. It's not like you just took a couple steps. You know what I mean?
okay. Okay,
Um,
okay. That makes me feel a little bit better.
You went from the entryway to what was technically the first room. Yeah.
Okay, well let's leave the living room and go check out the kitchen.
Choice that.
Yeah. Let's seriously, let's try to find like a kitchen or a pantry or something. You can learn a lot about somebody from what they eat.
Get some snacks.
Mushroom
Oh.
snacks.
Oh,
Oh, this way?
speaking of snacks, don't we still have lemonades that give us a long rest?
We do.
We
Oh
do.
my god! Can we please take those?
I just thought
Yes.
about that.
Treble
Just
the goat. Freaking JJ saving our asses.
We also have short rest sandwiches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
do.
do. I'm just thinking about all these goodies we have.
I would
Love you
like to drink my
guys.
lemonade. as I walk.
It's almost like I knew this was hard or something. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, I want to drink my lemonade too.
Yeah, I want to drink my lemonade. I'm finna die.
Great. I will also just allow we'll say P also gets the effect of a long rest along with you guys. I'll put it in chat for them. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, you guys all take the effects of a long rest. Go ahead and hit those buttons. Doesn't that feel good?
Oh, so good.
Wow.
Like we're ready, we're refreshed. It really is like a really good glass of lemonade.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah, so you guys are all
Top
headed
tier
off to your right
recipe.
here.
Mhm.
All right, let me scooch. I'll scooch P with you guys. All right, so as you guys go through here, which direction are we going from this area?
Oh, it looks like there's something over here.
You want to go straight?
Yeah, it looks like a door, which pantries have doors.
888.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember where the heck everything is. Okay, perfect. There is a wooden door, Tana. It is unlocked. So if you would like to open it, you can go right inside.
Pushes the door open slowly.
Good job. All right. The air in here, as soon as you open the door, hangs heavy and rotten in this little terraced cavern. There are patches of brilliantly covered mushrooms in here, though, that are dotting the upper terrace, in the middle of which is a stone, narrow staircase leading down to a roughly hemispherical lower chamber. The walls of the lower area sport murals of animals and fey creatures depicted in fungal reliefs. So you're in a little, like, you guys would recognize this as a place of rest, of meditation, of calm.
Oh, I didn't want the timeout room. Dang it.
If any of you go further into this, though, the murals that are covering that lower chamber are disturbing. beyond belief. Their colors, their textures, their patterns, you cannot look at them for more than a couple of minutes before they become nauseating to behold. Um, if anybody wants to try and move past that and look at them further to kind of determine what they are, you absolutely can. Um, Also, you can search there's a little bit of like paperwork in this cave if anybody wants to flip through it.
Let's try it, guys, ladies.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go in there and touch stuff. I mean, not touch, look with my eyes.
Great. I am going to need a for the murals, I'm going to need a religion check as there's a lot of symbology. For the paperwork, I am going to need what do I want for that? Just give me like investigation.
I'll take the paperwork then. My plus
Can
Okay.
we
7.
look at both?
Anybody can look at both. Yes.
Okay.
You can look at whatever you want.
16 on the investigation check.
Okay.
I got a 20, not a nat 20, but a
Okay.
20 for religion
Perfect.
on the tapestries.
Great. You both passed. I will say Tana first. You yield a bundle of parchment kind of in the bottom of this stack of paperwork. It details research on a name called Shidalka. It is the 222nd layer of the Abyss, which you know to be a place of a wasteland, actually, of fungus and oozes. Um, and there's a fungal power here. And as you read this name, you almost feel like you're enveloped by this power yourself, as if you're on the 222nd layer of the Abyss. Soaring, you realize that the symbology that you see on the murals is related to the worship of Zuktmoy, is how you pronounce it. Zuktmoy is the seat of power that sits on the 222nd layer of the Abyss. So you feel as though this person, this place of power, is definitely related to Xanthoria, Candace, whatever the heck she's calling herself these days, Vin Diesel,
Vin Diesel.
and the source of her power. And that is all that you find in this room.
Is there any with the religion check? Do I know of anything that is just really not their bag of tea? Like, so I could maybe desecrate the shrine to the evil god with like its arch nemesis
I mean,
or evil
as
plane.
with you witnessed it not even 5 minutes ago. Fire.
All right. Let's set this shit on fire. I think that's the best thing to do. It's going to hurt like hell, though. And I'm going to explain the tapestries and you see here with the meaning between the
Okay. Do you guys actually want to set this room on fire?
You think we need to?
I mean, it might piss her off. Which might distract her, which would be good.
Assuming that she's in the vicinity to notice that it's on fire. I mean,
Yeah.
no one came running when we lit a giant fireball back there. It's still following us, by the way. I can move this
yeah.
flaming sphere.
Well, you obviously should burn it behind us so that way we trap ourselves into the cave that's full of burnable objects.
It's like 10 feet behind us. Outside of the room.
That's so fun. We have a little fireball friend.
Yeah, it'll stay up for 1 minute and then go out. Unless we've been in here longer than a minute.
You guys have been here longer than a minute.
Okay, yeah, then it's gone. It followed us a little bit.
Never forget. I mean, we don't have to burn it right now. We could always come back and destroy it later. but this is gross. And Soren's gonna just walk outside of the evil mushroom cave that's worshiping a evil center and the seed thing.
Treble's gonna write on her map, burn, like in this room, just burn it all.
All right. Perfect. I will say this. Where are you guys? You guys are here. Great. You guys are close enough. Somebody give me a perception check.
Can I use my passive?
Can I also use my passive?
You can use your passive, that's fine.
14.
20.
14.
Mine's a 19.
Great. All right, perfect. So, you guys, this hallway, I'm going to move a couple of you. As you move down this hallway, you can smell like freshly baked bread coming from here. You said you were looking for a kitchen. Yes?
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I would
Like
say with your
Toucan Sam, we're
passive,
following our nose.
yes, like with your passive, because you specifically told me you were using your passive, you guys had it in the back of your mind you were looking for a kitchen. So
Yeah, I rolled a 19. Was not passive.
okay,
Nice.
yeah, that counts. Everybody knows where the kitchen is.
Okay, cool.
Yep. And if you go
Y'all,
all
what
the
do
way
you
to the end
think
of the
it
hallway, there's
is?
another unlocked wooden door.
Ooh, yeah. Do you think it's wheat or like a rye? What is it smell? How sweet is the smell? How yeasty is it?
It's honey wheat.
Ooh.
All right. Are you guys going inside?
Kick the door in. Not really. Not actually
Kick
kicking
the door in.
JK.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, the stonework of this cavern suggests that this area was once a kitchen. Pots and pans lie piled on the floor to one side, as if somebody had started to gather them. There are kitchen utensils all over the floor. Most of them are bent, broken, misshapen. There are open bags of spices resting on the shelves, and there are various animal droppings evident on every surface. The pots and pans are rusted, many have broken handles. The bent utensils, they look like they would break at the slightest touch if they're not already broken. Um, the spices and other ingredients here look like they're infested with mold and insects. But on the table, um, there is a single basket, and if you lift open the top, there is a steaming loaf of bread. Just one.
Oh well, somebody's home. Is there a butter crock anywhere nearby?
There is no buttercrock. The only knives inside are on the floor.
Yeah.
I don't trust that bread.
Tana, as you're skeptically looking around the bread, give me an investigation check.
I can cast purify food and water, so you know.
That's a natural 20 for a 27.
Ooh.
A 27. Looking around the room, I will give you this. Actually, that's exciting. Searching the room uncovers a recipe book that's wrapped in oilcloth under the giant pile of everything in the corner. Um, with that, you would also know the handwriting within very closely resembles the older writings of Candace. There's a preserved oak leaf that serves as a bookmark, and there are sketches of Thunderwing and Bunny Blossom that are drawn in the margins.
Oh.
And I'll hold that open.
The page you
Do
have opened to is the bread recipe you would assume that is on the table.
Is there anything interesting about the bread recipe, or is it a basic bread recipe?
Very basic. Maybe
Okay.
maybe 6 ingredients.
Ooh.
Well, someone was cooking in here. Looks like this is the recipe. And look, here's the little drawing in it too.
Oh, honey, that's you and your little dragon buddy.
Thunderwing instantly begins sobbing, soaring, and like kind of covers herself with your hair on your head.
Oh. I'm sure we'll find Butterball soon. I'm gonna cast Purify Food and Drink on the bread.
Okay. What is the language of that
Freaking
spell?
Butterball.
All non-magical food and drink within a 5-foot radius, centered on your point of choice, which the bread, is purified and rendered free of poison and disease.
It does not physically change.
Yep, it doesn't, and like I don't know if it
Yep,
would,
that's
but
all
I
you
know the
guys
spell
see.
went off.
Does not
All
physically
right.
change at all.
Oh,
I'll take a whatchamacallit? What's that? A word slice. I'll slice some bread.
Nice. Trouble will also eat it because she like 100% unconditionally trusts Soaring. So if Soaring says it's good to eat, she will eat it.
Oh no. No, I ain't saying this is good to eat. I'm just saying I can't help it when I'm around carbs, okay? It's been freshly baked bread. Like, no. It's gonna happen.
Oh, well, in that case, Trouble will just sit and watch because she'll remember that Tana said not to touch anything, to just look.
Soaring, as you eat this bread, it tastes like nothing. But that longing, that hunger that you felt earlier, it satiates that for just a moment before almost turning to ash in your mouth.
Oh,
What's
that
wrong?
feels
Don't
like
you
a
like
cat.
it?
No. I need
Is
just
it
like
sugar
cat
free?
yerking.
Is it not the right carbs?
No, it does, y'all. This is bad. This is a joke. This is a prank. Oh God! And Sword's just gonna like find a flask somewhere on their body, hidden in some pocket of like strong alcohol, and just take a couple sips to kill the taste out from the mouth.
I'd like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You learn this is an illusion. Absolutely. An illusion. There's
Love
nothing
it.
bad about it, but you can tell whoever lives here has not been able to eat food for a long time. This is more like a remnant of what they used to be able to enjoy.
That's not real food. It's an illusion.
Rude.
I'm pretty sure that's just like ashes and some rancid fat congealed. Oh, I'm not. I could dispel magic. um,
Do you really want to see what it is?
I mean, kinda. Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Fuck it, chuck it, football. Gonna cast dispel magic on the bread. So any spell 3rd level or lower on it ends.
Okay. Perfect. As you cast this, the bread itself disappears. The basket and the blanket on top of it, keeping it warm, remain. The blanket kind of sinks into the basket to meet the bottom of it.
I'd like
All
to
right.
lift. I'd like to lift the blanket.
There is nothing in the basket.
Oh.
Okay, well that was just made up of lies. That
Mhm.
bread was made of lies.
It was.
That's why it tasted like ashes in the mouth. Oh my God, I just had an epiphany. Oh,
Yep.
whew,
All right.
praise him.
Perfect. Are you guys staying here?
I think we've seen enough.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We've seen enough disappointment in this room. Trouble will take the basket though, because you never know when a good basket might come in handy.
And you got that hood with your cute hair. So,
Mhm.
like, you need a basket.
You need a basket. It just goes with the vibes, you know, the
Yeah.
aesthetic.
Okay, who is the first one to leave? Was that Treble or
No, soaring.
Soaring? Soaring. As you
Oh
pass the
no.
door, you get a whiff of something that smells like rotten eggs. If you look behind where you kicked the door in, there is a large patch of yellow mold that extends to outside where you are along the wall, and it almost has like pustules that look like they could burst at any moment.
Ew, ew, ew! Y'all look at what get the hell over here
What?
quickly and get the fuck
Wait,
away from that yellow shit.
what?
Mhm.
Ugh.
Hannah will run out.
Treble, are you the last to leave? After
Yeah,
the
I will be.
movement of two people going past this, and or I will say three with P, Treble, give me a con save as one of these bursts in your face, as the vibration of your feet along the concrete floor is just a little bit too much.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
It's a two. Oh, oh, it's a two.
It's a two.
It's a
Um,
two.
okay. You take 7 points of poison damage, and you are poisoned for 1 minute. So, um, usually it would be like you take poison damage at the end of your turns. It is going to take you at least 1 minute to get anywhere else in this cave, so I'll just have you go ahead and take that secondary damage now, so that's 4. Um, so yeah, you were poisoned by that, did not feel great. And you, I'm assuming, quickly get out of the way to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yes, while screaming, it burns, it burns.
It burns. Perfect. As this happens, as these spores, although they don't immediately touch any of you, you immediately get the sense that these spores are connected to the fungal network, and all of you, all of the sudden, your eyes begin to itch, and your body begins to tingle just a little bit. You may not be poisoned, but you get a little bit of brain fog as all of a sudden a voice pops into your head, almost coming from the mushrooms on the floor itself. Oh, hey there, buds. What you doing there? And that's where we're going to end our session.
Trouble's still like, it burns, it burns.
Great.
I don't like that the Lich sister has the accent still.
They are
Oh yeah,
That's
it's really
unsettling.
creepy to have that voice being evil, don't you know?
Oh
I don't like
no.
it.
Okay, perfect. Well, we are going to be rating Fusca this evening, who's another creator on our channel. We love them. Go ahead and introduce yourselves and your characters, like who you were playing this evening. We're gonna go ahead and start with JJ. JJ, you want to go first?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is JJ. Tonight I was playing Trouble, our wonderful halfling rogue, agent of chaos, punching bag. I guess I don't know. This this session has been rough on Trouble, but yeah, that's me.
Great, awesome. We're gonna go ahead just going down the line. Baba Yaga.
Yep. Excuse me. Baba Yaga here. I've been playing Soren Snackadoni. And yeah, this is I love this. I love the creepiness. I'm glad that we're in the evil mushroom cave that I've not heard details, but I have heard horrified rumors of. And that's one of the reasons why I actually signed up for this game was in hopes of whatever this is, and I'm so excited. So, yay.
Very cool.
Thank you, Mo.
Yeah, absolutely. I love you, buddy. Last but not least, Hype. Go ahead.
Hey y'all, I'm Sarah Roberts, aka the Hype Goblin. I've been playing Tana Grace and Glimspark, and you can find me all over the internet under that name. And tonight's the last night for voting, so if you would like to go to the Game Her Awards, I and many others on this channel have been nominated for awards there. So please go check it out. Cast your vote, even if it's not for me. But if you would like to find me, you can find me under the name Sarah Roberts or the Hype Goblin. Just search and you'll find all 3 categories that I'm nominated for.
Amazing. I love that. And as always, tune into our next stream tomorrow at 6 p.m. Another 5e game, kind of like Grey's Anatomy meets 5e. Pretty cool. Also, put in applications for creator stuff. It's always fun to support the people who support us. So, if you have a story, we'd love to tell it for you or help you tell it. You're the storyteller. I'm Mo. I play everyone else. You can find me at Mother O Cats with a Z. And I'm just happy to be here. We're gonna go ahead and if you guys all want to stick around and raid foos, we're gonna go ahead and do that in a second. I am not sure if production is ready, but I am. So as long as production is good, perfect. That was only a couple minutes ago. I'm gonna go ahead and say so long, farewell, be safe, make good choices, or don't get caught until next week for our finale. If you all will go ahead and tune into that. So everybody have a great night, great weekend, great week, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.